My friend,
Hello there.
it is I, the great King of Wales, and we fought alongside each other.
We did indeed. It was a glorious war, to be sure.
There is so much blood spilled. So and the great battles. I wish I could have been there to actually see them. I was actually on the hills, usually watching over them. I'm commanding, of course.
Well, I suppose you had a good view at least, and you could watch the rest of us bring glory to our coalition.
But with Wales helping with this great war that it was, Wales need. I need your help. I need your assistance, my friend.
What can I do for you?
To the west of my lands lies an island of emeralds. They call it the Emerald Isle, and it is about unfound wealth, from what I hear. And Wales wants some of this wealth. And for we fought alongside you against Englishmen, we would like you to fight alongside us against Irishmen.
My friend, you know that I am a man who will never not seek a good battle, wherever it can be found, especially if it is not with Anglo-Saxons. However, I will say that I fought that war for that king at the behest of my brother. And I will be honest, I was not entirely, shall we say, personally motivated to do so. And my own rewards has not been given.
What were your rewards meant to be?
They were supposed to be Cumberland, but last time I asked the king for his support in going against the Northerners after their raids, and after holding a part of what was not once Northumbria, I have received no good answer. So I would say that I would be open to such a proposal, if perhaps you would be willing to share in the wealth of the Emerald Isle, as you put it.
Yes, and your brother, that bastard, not giving you what you are owed. I hate.
It would be the king, not my brother. My brother is a good man. We have always been close, and we will always be close.
I quickly look at the ledger, trying to understand your family line.
No worries.
Well, you should be given your rightful lands, don't you think?
I fully agree with you.
Well, if you can get the coalition together, the Army of Wales will support you in this.
That is good to hear.
Against the Emeralds, I plan to do a expedition against them in the coming years. And can I count on your men to slay and fight alongside me?
I would say that you have my aid. If in the future Northumbria takes a mission of her own to the Emerald Isle, you would support that as well. Of course,
yes,
there is plenty available there.
There's so much emeralds in the land from what I've heard in my readings.
Good.
Surely there would be enough for both of us.
More than enough, I think. And the chance to fight two great battles and two great wars. Oh, that does fill me with great joy.
I'm excited to actually fight on the field this time. I am having my blacksmith make me the greatest piece of armor.
You're a young man. Have you ever held blade and fought in pitched battle against the enemy?
I have not. But as a man that is of my stature, I know I will slay many. They will not stand a chance.
Of course. Then perhaps when we go into that war together, you will allow me to guide you a little bit in the arts of warfare, both strategically and up front when we fight in the ranks together.
I suppose. I don't think I would need it, but I am always...
I am sure you are capable, but you will find that in battle, experience is very useful for not going to an early grave.
That is acceptable. I learned many from my father in Scotland, and I could certainly learn from you as well. As long as people do not know,
Of course.
I must keep up the stature that I am an all-knowing
Oh, of course. You are a great king, but a wise and good king always knows when to take advice. But to answer your question, yes, you will have the men of Northumbria and myself to fight alongside.
Excellent. Thank you.
How's it going, guys? We are, obviously, in the second session of this England CK3 game. How's it going, Hwicce? It has been pretty fucking interesting and one of the better Paradox roleplay games I've ever been in. The first session was a lot of fun, and in the week since that game, it's been 7 days, it's been a week, there have been, I want to say, 30 to 40 Discord pages worth of written roleplay done in the Diplo channel in this Discord. It is fucking insane. I've done a little bit. I think I've written like maybe 4 or 5 letters. I did a couple semi-big posts. But man, some of the people, They're
Get
writing
ready, brother.
goddamn
I'm
novels.
coming.
Ah, brother.
I just had to work overtime.
It'd be like that.
It do be like that.
I'm
So
glad to see you here regardless. I hope you are in better health, or is it the same for you?
Am I dead? Or am I so kind of
You live.
Okay, good. Hopefully I live. Because I also need to go use the bathroom.
Did you just get home from work?
Yes.
Fuck, man. Alright. That take a second.
I was supposed to get off like 30 minutes ago, but I had to go deliver water at the other store.
Fuck.
But thankfully you all desynced, right?
Oh yeah, there's a couple fuck ups that delayed. We literally just got started, so and we're on speed 1 at the start, so you're fine.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, hopefully that.
By the way, this is a pretty interesting and pretty wild game, I gotta say. So I've been looking forward to this. I spent the last couple, oh man, I don't know, I think last 2 hours or so.
I am so wounded, but I also have a case of diarrhea. I will be right back.
Best of luck to you. Make sure your humors get rebalanced.
Hopefully.
But anyway, it's been a long couple last few hours. A lot of shit went down with some staff in my Discord and stuff like that. And I'll be honest, these games are getting to almost be more stressed than they're worth. The ones I host, at least in our server. Like, I have spent so much time the last 2 weeks just dealing with fucking stupid shit, man. I'm getting close. I'm getting real close to just, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, we paused. Oh, did I get pinged? I did get pinged. Oh my god. Fucking whales, man. To sum up the events that happened in between last week's main stuff, is I had a bunch of correspondence with my brother in Mercia, who is just basically telling me to relax because I really we're going for Cumberland. Cumberland, which is this province right here, it was promised to us by the king, in order to...
Okay, good news, brother. I am back.
Welcome back. To get support. And the king said no until he died, and then he died in between sessions, so should be interesting.
Now, kinda...
What do you do for work, man?
I know. I work at like a not convenience, like a gas station.
Ah, I gotcha. Those jobs are always interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
So, brother, you obviously know that with the King of Scotland's death, the King of England has made a promise to fight alongside us to go for Cumberland.
Ah. Good.
I would
Possibly
suggest
sure.
that sometime soon, if you are of physical health, if not, you could send a marshal. We ride for the capital with some of our best men and very firmly make it clear that we expect him to honor that promise.
Yes. Indeed.
In other news, as you know, I was called north to fight with our friends of Moray. We pushed back the northerners, and I personally led the vanguard of the cavalry, which smashed into their back and defeated them at that battle. So I think it is safe to say we have a good friend in the Duke of Moray.
Good.
Ponged? How do you mean, discovered?
Now, well, before we talk any more of that, I need to go find my other vessel. Where is...
There was supposed to be a Bernicia player today, but he also didn't show up again this time.
Yeah. Where's Edric? Is he not here?
He did not show up today.
Okay, well, dang.
You got pinged, not
That's
ponged.
problem to, I guess, to deal with independence, not to deal with that, I guess.
I gotcha. You're right. You're right, Escova.
Yes. Oh, my health's now fine.
You are still severely injured in the game. Oh, no, you're in. Okay, cool.
I'm fine. Just had to stay on the medical focus.
I don't know how you're not dead.
I don't know either. My court vision is poor. I need a better physician.
I wish there was a way in the game to just send like your physician to someone else or something as a favor. That'd be cool.
I know. I just wish there was a decision to get, hey, physician, can you, like fix me up for my wounds on just so I don't have to like wait a year.
Or like you should be able to like go on like a trip or something to like a capital city to like try and find one. They should add events like that.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what has happened in these events. Okay. Let's see how these things are.
Do you know Bruce Lee has a brother who's quite the vegan? His name is Broccoli.
Okay, these two.
Fucking damn it, man.
So we're gonna be going to war with Scotland?
When you are ready, either yourself or in the roleplay, you can sit in envoy. Let's go to the capital and talk to the king.
Got it. Just because with us together, about 6,000 soldiers against Scotland.
Roleplay wise, I'm gonna raid like my troops. So when I march from the capital, I go with like a vanguard, because that way it's a bit of a show of force, you know.
I guess.
Is there a way to raise just them?
What do you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Just don't. Hopefully, it doesn't think you're like. Yeah.
All right, I'm headed south with my retainers.
Okay. I'm good. Come with you. Should we go to the VC where the king is?
I'm gonna wait until my soldiers get down to the capital. And once they're standing there, then I'll head in there. We're on speedway 1, so it'll take a minute.
Yeah.
I think it's because there's just been so much freaking roleplay done that there's so many loose ends to tie up with like the players.
I know, like I saw, like I'm not getting into that. Most of that roleplay is just conversations.
It is.
Went on for so long.
But in between like every fucking like 5 posts of dialogue, there's a legitimate one, and it's just so hard to keep up with it. I mean, it's awesome, but like, holy crap.
So how many vassals does King of Scotland have? Who will be on our side, by the way?
This is the same CK3 roleplay we did last Friday, the England one. Escova. It's not the grand roleplay campaign.
Hopefully he doesn't see this as much of a
That's
threat.
tomorrow. No, it was very normal in this time period for like, you know, dukes and lords to go to the capital with their retainers. 700's a lot, but I'm gonna say it's more to show like the power of Northumbria, which means like the king doesn't need to put too much effort in for us to win, kind of thing, you know.
You are the Lion of the North, brother.
Goddamn right.
If only you could get nicknames easier than just random events.
True.
I totally not just fall off a contraption and totally not and just stood.
Brother, to be fair, choosing to try out that flying machine was a mistake. I respect your bravery, you know that, but
It was during the war, so I had like no time to kind of peek at it.
God, what the... You remember the days when it was just the 3 of us? That was a long time ago.
Why is my son the fucking liberty factor?
Alright, my troops are almost in the capital, so we can go in there right now.
Okay.
Stays.
That is true.
Your Majesty,
Yes.
Lord King, it is I, Duke Morcar, defender of the Northern Territories, and my brother.
Welcome, welcome, Dukes. Please join us. Let me get some wine. Wine. Where's the wine?
Friends of the throne are always welcome in London.
I am glad to hear that. And I suspect
How are you?
I am quite well. As you know, I am not a man to mince words. And you know why I'm here. So before we get to the pleasantries, let's talk about the important subject on hand.
Which
All right,
subject is that, my lord?
That would, of course, be the Cumberland province, made to myself and my brother long ago. Or, not quite long ago, but several years now, I believe.
Your memories are strange. I believe I offered Morcar an independent kingdom, but...
You did,
Seems
but
our
the
memories
promise that we agreed to with the king was that we would be able to take Cumberland, and we would have the backing of yourself after placing you on the throne.
So are you prepared then to enter Cumberland?
We are, and we just simply came here to make sure that you yourself will be riding into battle and supporting us in this endeavor.
There would be some precedent considering Malcolm's snubbing of our family and the recent breaking of a betrothal with my husband's son. It is possible you would not be charged with dishonor, my king, but I would think carefully about this.
I hope I am not hearing this correctly and that you are debating keeping a promise.
Though we have
No.
tried to keep many promises.
Indeed.
Morcar, I do feel that Cumberland should be yours. We're trying to do this in a way. Before, with King Malcolm, I owed a lot to him, and I did not feel right doing that. But now that King Malcolm is deceased, I don't have the reservations that I did before.
Indeed, as you put very plainly in your letter, which I understood. He sacrificed much for you to be placed on the throne. And again, as I said, I understand why you would want to wait. But that time has come. Far too soon, perhaps. But it has come.
Okay, let us prepare and do some communication. It is possible. Maybe we can gain the title for Cumberland without bloodshed.
I would be open to such a response. You know I do love the thrill of battle, but I have had my fair share recently, and I would be more than welcome to allow a diplomatic solution in this regard.
Why don't you allow us here at the council to lead those conversations and give us some time, and if that goes sideways, then we will prepare for war.
Very well.
But I think we can avoid it.
I hope so. I would make the request that this not take forever. The old king, I asked him a similar question regarding Cumberland, and I waited until the very end for a response of which I never got. So I do hope that this is not something that will be delayed indefinitely.
No. We will put this as our top priority and get to it as quickly as we can. Duke Edwin, I know that your health is dwindling quickly, so we would love to get this done.
Actually,
before that.
health is. I may still be severely injured, but my health is just fine. I won't be passing away anytime soon, hopefully.
If God wills it,
excellent.
brother.
Excellent. That is very good to hear.
But it is very hard for me to walk. I have to use a little walking stick to walk around.
Well, it's better than being 6 foot under.
Yes, like Malcolm.
Yes, I think Malcolm is like 9 foot under right now. After that jump.
I just received a letter of great insult. The Duke
From
of
who?
Morcar, who was engaged. Our children were engaged, and I rode north to fight with him against the Northmen. He has sent me a letter saying that he has broken the betrothal of our children. This is a great insult upon my house.
One of many, it seems. One of many.
Yeah.
Oh wait, at a roleplay, I think he fucked it up because he just sent the offer again. I think it was that. I think he did that by accident. I'm not too sure.
Might as well accept it. Just act like it did happen.
Sure. All right. Roleplay wise, that never happened. Anyway.
Well, let me send Princess Margaret up to Scotland and see if she can negotiate with this young queen, woman to woman. And
Her diplomatic
resolve
prowess
this
is very well renowned, and I would be happy to agree to these terms.
What would you like the outcome of these discussions to be, my king? If I go with a clear goal in mind, mayhaps I might have a better chance of achieving it.
Well, I think it would be wise for her to give back the
And yeah, John,
title
CK3 roleplay really makes it for me. It really does.
to the Northumbria.
What's up, Hoffman?
And so we'd like to be able to see that, and maybe there's something we can give her in return.
I will leave at once, my king. I only hope I will return during these troubled times. I will take a retinue of my knights with me.
Yes, and be sure to post about it.
I will indeed. I will return,
Beautiful,
my
fixed them.
lords, in a month's turn, I imagine.
Excellent. You have our best wishes.
Thank you, my king.
I have received a call to warfare with my ally in Connacht. And I am afraid I will probably have to ride north to meet up with the rest of my army to cross the sea there.
Okay, well, that delays a little bit, but that gives us a little more time to try and work a diplomatic solution.
Indeed. Lord King, I do apologize for this being so short of a visit. I did hope to stay longer and talk with you. It's been, literally, we have no chance for it since the war. But, of course,
Yeah.
I always put honor upon your house's name. With your grace, I would like to take my leave.
Yes, I wish you well in the coming battles.
Thank you, Lord King. Yeah, we betrothed to his daughter, so we have to send our army. I'm gonna get our retinue. We'll cross with our main force, and then we'll meet up with our secondary force. He's gonna probably try and blitz it, so we're gonna need to send the bulk of our forces, which we will do right now, straight over. Our really good soldiers are not there yet, so we'll have to do this. We're breaking the betrothal, sleeping with his wife. I mean, that is a proportionate response, to be fair, but I think it was an RP glitch. He DM'd me in Discord, and it was a glitch, so I dealt with it. What were you doing, Jarl? I'm happy to let you claim the mantle so long as I have the one with the shitty puns mantle. Escova, you will never lose that mantle. You have told far more puns than any man has any business doing in his life, so. Oh, no, his army is still there. Okay. He's gonna rush a quick into the war. And since we are an honorable man, for the most part, we are arbitrary, but in this, I do see this alliance is worthwhile. We are going to try and get our army there in time. Finishing up the Nation RP and creating a Star Wars Galactic Senate RP. Sounds fun, man. You are fully into the roleplay, aren't you? Goddamn. Respect it. Wait, where is Northumbria? There's Northumbria. Wonderful. We'll get into the right VC here. Ooh, the Isle of Man has sent troops. He'll be able to see us going by, too, so they know we're coming. Roleplay everything? Absolutely. You know, I don't actually know what 5M RP is. You know, a couple people have told me about 5M recently. I have no idea what it is. That's a big army. That's a very big army. We may struggle a little bit with this one, I'm going to be honest.
Hello.
Hello, who is this?
Hello. Real quick, it's this is an out of game thing. Just a quick
Yep,
question
sure.
for you. The Connect thing was did they literally just ally you, because this was established last week that we'd started the war before you were allies or something?
I think I did it like maybe an hour before the end of the last session. It wasn't
Okay.
heavily role played out. It was kind of just the beginnings of something I had made with them, and it wasn't AI and stuff like that. If you feel as though this is kind of like fucking with you guys' role play, I can hold my army back, but
It's
Sure.
Thor, it's apologies. We don't like coming in and saying, hey, do you mind not doing this? But for our role play, it
no,
does,
it's if it fucks you up, I'm totally fine. I'll march my army back, and it's all good.
if you want to have a 1v1 duel at some point or another, feel free to roll some dice around. Jarl Trey's always down for a good fight. But I'm currently in Jerusalem on a pilgrimage, so I technically can't make myself my leader of my army.
Sounds good. I mean, Morcar is arbitrary, so I'll just say that at the last minute he decided that it wasn't worth it, and he went home. So we'll go with that.
Glorious. I will be opening up with diplomatic relations with England soon-ish. I had a conversation with that Harold dude. He showed up in Ireland. And Adric, the wild bloke everyone keeps talking about. Yeah, he's coming to my island soon. So standing invitation for English lords to come party on the Isle of Man. Feel free to show up or send a letter.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah, it's glorious. The alcohol is amazing.
I don't doubt that. I will definitely be there. And I wish you the best of
Very
luck with your roleplay and with the war.
Cheers, man. You have a great one. Cheers for understanding.
Yep, of course.
All right, bye. Where is Ireland? There's Ireland.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck over their roleplay. I had seen a little bit. They had planned this out. I'm not gonna fuck them. My army's pretty strong. We might actually lose that battle, to be fair, but we also might win it and fuck them. I'm not gonna do that. So we'll march home. Also, someone with the role of president of Discord is called Nigeria. It's the other Nigeria Prince Scam. It's the Nigerian Prince Scam. He was playing in the game earlier today. They literally formed the caliphate. It was a whole thing, but yeah. I set up a really cool espionage system that'll work based on 800 rolling. Depending on the nation's espionage level, depends on if you get a bonus strength bonus on your roll. Sounds interesting. That's why I always like text like nation sims and stuff like that, because you can really do some interesting things with dice and like abstractions like that. But it gets real.
When did you ally with Konik?
It was I opened the beginnings of it. It was with the AI there, and I didn't roleplay enough to justify it, so I'm just gonna pull my army back and let them finish that war.
Yeah.
Did lose a bit of money on that army, but it's fine.
So what next after Cumberland?
Well, it appears as though the king is wishing to find a diplomatic solution, which I understand. I hope this will not be an excuse like the Godwin King to take no action, as there's only so long I will wait before I will have my due.
And by the way, brother, why did you turn down the council position, by the way?
He gave me the title of Chancellor, and he would have me go to foreign lands for extended periods of time. I am the Lord, the Duke, of one of the greatest holdings in all of England, and I am tutoring my son and yours. I do not have the ability to go to foreign courts and not administer my holdings and honor the promises to make sure that our children come up to be of good standing. If you were to offer me a role that would not require me to go away from the Isles, I would be happy to accept. Like, out of roleplay, there's no way Morcar would want to, like, leave Northumbria given everything that's going on. Cumberland, tutoring. He's arbitrary and ambitious. He would not just, like, get sent off to a foreign land kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. And do you remember what our main goal is in the end?
I am very aware of our plans.
You are at war with the Emeralds!
I was called with an alliance I had with the petty king there, but out of roleplay, they've asked me to like stand down because this is a really roleplayed out thing, and I didn't do an extensive amount of roleplay with the alliance, so I'm just gonna let them kind of deal with it out of roleplay.
That is not cool. That is not jiggy. You should reconsider.
You want me to fight the war?
Yes.
The way I see it though, like out of roleplay, is that like it was an AI country, and I was beginning like the openings of the roleplay with it, and I didn't get a chance to at the end of last session, so I don't view my roleplay being strong enough for it, you know?
If I were to declare war on them, then would you march on them?
Yes.
Excellent. Mercia, can I count on you to join me in this marching of war?
Well, why should I?
Because we are friends.
Since when?
We have fought alongside each other. We fought, we snickered, we danced in the river while the other men died in the great battles.
I would have a proposal here. I know my brother. He is a man who is always very cautious. There's something I respect about him. Perhaps the betrothal of one of your children to one of his daughters would make my brother more interested.
We already have some kind of a alliance. I don't know which child my father married off.
And let me take a look.
Have some kind of an alliance, in fact. A rather good one, too.
Let me see here.
I know we are allied.
I see that. I'm not sure how it happened. I think it was because when we started, like, the war to place the king on the throne last session.
No, I was allied with him before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that because I thought I was gonna lead that faction. But then Northumbria led the faction, and then he has sent his daughter to go marry one of yours.
Yes.
Let's see, who is married to my disinherited drunk?
That's the server owner, the Wales guy. He's a good role player,
Are
man.
you gonna go worth?
Kingdom of Innis na fit bat.
Yeah, he gets into it.
That place in Ireland.
They have
Or
some
what?
allies. Not very strong. I will take the county of Leinster.
Leicestershire. Where is that? Oh, right there.
Like right below there.
Yes.
Capital. What do you say?
If we have your support in the future, then yes.
We fought along each other once. I don't see why we could not fight against alongside each other again.
Like me more or the king more?
We are friends. Good friends.
think
Good friends.
my brother is perhaps seeking reassurance that in the event the king does not honor the promises he has made, that you would also understand that dishonor is unacceptable.
Of course. Any
Basically,
king who does not
what
follow their word should be stricketh from their throne.
basically
Indeed.
what I'm asking you is your support in their future.
Yes.
Good. I will join you then.
Yes.
I will prepare the levies. I'm sure many will be upset after being called forth and put back and called again, but regardless, the
I
army
need
of
6 more
Northumbria will
months.
march.
Let them rest. Let them rest longer. Let them do the harvest. I need 6 months until I can declare, because that's when I will have my ability to declare.
Very well.
Now, may I ask you, why are you going to take Lancaster in Ireland?
The emeralds! The Emerald Isle has wealth of emeralds and gems and jewels and stones and wood for ships, and they will be mine.
Okay.
Yes, excellent. Thank you.
Because he's a lunatic.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. He's a Midas-touched lunatic. He's fun to roleplay with, man. God damn. He's doing the lunatic roleplay so well.
I know. I'm just imagining it was like, okay, as long as you help
The
me. yeah,
gems!
sure. I'm like, okay. Because if we do, because this will weaken that kingdom over there.
I already had a discussion with him, my brother. And in that, I gave the word that my armies would march alongside him in the event that he helps me in the future, whether that be a war with perhaps the Northern Irish or a war here in England. He will fight alongside me. Though I will say, it is tough to trust in his word. He is a man well known for, to put it simply, being very eccentric at best, touched by the devil even perhaps.
Indeed. But we have to get all the help we can get.
You are right. I'm very curious to see what the...
Dukes Edwin and Morcar, I have come from London swiftly to speak with both of you.
Good news, I hope.
Well, it seems Harold Godwinson has done the most predictable thing he could possibly do, and he is slandering us.
You fucked your relative.
Oh, come on, King Kuna. No.
What happened?
What's happened here is that...
They fucked each other. They're relatives. They sucking in their...
Wait, hold on. Who betted who?
Duke
the
Edwin...
relatives, the brother
Duke
and
Edwin...
sister. They
Duke
pounded and broke the bed there, I heard, from the Godwinson fellow.
Oh, yes, from
Oh,
Harold
Angar,
Godwinson.
I am
the
also
ki-
receiving reports he's incestuous?
Yes,
Excuse me,
incest. Well, this is what I've heard that they
King
have not been
Kunra.
consummated in marriage, but consummated outside of it.
Woman, you would
Will you
fuck
stop?
your own kin?
No, would you stop yelling for just a moment? We spent 15 years dethroning that foul king, and now the bitter old man is trying to discredit the new king. And you believe him?
I'm not saying I believe him. I'm just saying you fucked each other. From what I
Who
heard.
brought forth
From what
this
I
claim?
heard.
Harold has started a rebellion against the throne.
Oh.
Oh yes. And you're saying these acts aren't connected? The man is a traitor. The man is a murderer. The man is
Brother,
a slanderer.
hold
He
on,
keeps
hold
women
on.
hostage.
Woman, quit your wailing. Brother, what will we do?
Okay, first off, we stay with King Edgar. Just
For now, we need to figure out what's going on with these claims,
Perhaps-
but the
perhaps-
Godwins are a worse sort. We must deal with them.
Perhaps this could be not true. And so maybe you didn't fuck them. Fuck your brother, or sister, whatever.
Excuse me, King Kunfin, please
Yes.
choose your language more wisely. You're speaking to a princess of the realm.
this is our court. Can you all be quiet for 1 second?
Indeed.
Perhaps
Brother, my
perhaps-
army has moved south.
Perhaps he did not move his thing inside of your thing, and that is fine. And perhaps we could. I don't think that is true. In fact, I think he's a liar, a dirty liar. And I think you are a good, blessed woman under God. I apologize
Why,
for my previous words.
Why, thank you. I accept your apology.
Harold is marching forth into our lands, brother.
Yes, if he wishes
Perhaps-
to lands, he will
perhaps-
get...
But you just married off the person I wanted to marry. You, Jolene. Very well.
my friends.
Princess, we will fight with you and your brother, but we must talk after.
I appreciate your loyalty. I'm surprised that our worst and most hated enemy, who we fought against so bitterly, would start saying scandalous things, a known liar, a known thief, and your first instinct would be to relieve him. If he told you that Edgar was a demon in human skin, would you immediately ask the Pope to excommunicate him?
No.
Hush, the both of you. This is our court. You can talk this in a separate time and give me a separate thing.
But Princess Margaret.
Yes.
I would like
Your
to
Majesty.
combine our bloodlines, our dynasties, in a royal marriage.
I did offer you my daughter Godgifu in a marriage, I believe, some months ago, and I would be willing to honor that, as long as you don't spread these scandalous false rumors.
They were me speaking a moment too soon. I apologize.
Then allow me to offer a betrothal between your son and heir and my daughter Godgifu.
And with this, I've already talked to Northumbria and Mercia, but I want to march on the Emerald Isles after this civil war, and would you be willing to march with me?
Let's go,
On the Emerald
photographer.
Isles for the emeralds, so I can perhaps make you a crown of emeralds.
Considering the reputations of the Norse there, I believe you would have a noble cause, but obviously the king will be focused on removing Harold Godwinson.
And we should agree with you.
We're gonna use this
I
to
must
demand our
depart my
old holdings.
friends
Our
and
family's
my
name
own
is the House of Hwicce.
family.
Godwinson owns the Hwicce area. I'm gonna demand it for our family.
I believe I must.
As you were going to say to us before we came in here,
Yes, I must return to the king. Thank you, my lord.
What was it you came here originally for, though? Before you leave, Princess Margaret.
I came here to talk about these foul rumors and to talk to you that about Harold Godwinson. And it seems that since I arrive and he declares war against the throne, that he has
Princess
spoken for
Margaret.
me.
Princess Margaret, here's how I feel. I do not care about rumors. I do not care what people say. As long as we get her in the deal, we'll be fine with it. As long as your brother can give my daughter a good heir, I'm fine with it.
I would also say that since Godwinson is revolting and controls the old lands of our house, I think it would be reasonable for us to help you in this war and receive the old lands of House Hwicce.
My friends, you already own half of England between you, and ask not only for that but for aid in taking Cumberland. You must realize.
It seems to me that we do much for you, do we not? Do you not respect what we do to help your family?
That sounds like a threat, Lord Morcar.
No, I'm asking, do you not respect what we've done to help your family? It's a simple question.
I do, as long as you continue to act honorably, but giving your family even more land, you already have more land and men than the rest of the kingdom put together. What you are asking for is essentially to put the balance of power of the entire realm in your hands.
And what have we done with this power, as you say? The men, the land. We do it to help you and your family control the realm.
For now, perhaps.
For now? What do you mean by that?
Well, because your goals...
Who's the one making accusations now?
Duke Morcar. I have had many negotiations with you over the years, and I've never quite been able to understand exactly what it is you do want.
I want respect, and that is something that I'm beginning to see from your king. And as long as I receive that respect, you will have the loyalty of my house, of course.
Margaret,
That
if you may let me speak right now, who were the bigger ones who helped you or your brother get on the throne? Who greatly?
Duke Edwin, I've spoken on this matter many times. Yourself, your brother, the King of Scots, and the King of Wales were absolutely invaluable in restoring the rightful king to the throne. Now, God teaches us that, we shouldn't seek rewards for doing the right thing, but we have offered you many things. My brother offered Duke Morcar a seat on his own council, a offer which he spurned. I offered
You know well why I spurned it. You received the letter. I'm sure your brother showed it to you.
He did not, but I also suggested a marriage of my own beloved daughter to a son of Morcar, spurned me, and I believe, and also showed a lot of disrespect in the lack of titles in corresponding with me. Duke Morcar, you speak of respect when you have been doing nothing since the end of the war, but showing that you do not seem to respect the king.
Doing nothing. I administer the king's land, and in north I guard the border. Do you understand how much I have done to ensure that the borderlands are brought under control? Princess Margaret, I have worked tirelessly to ensure that the raiders come to an end. I sent your king a sack full of the heads of such people. I have slaughtered more than I can count, and I cannot speak for my men. And you dare to suggest that I have done nothing since we put your family on the throne?
We are not in Northumbria, Duke Morcar. You sent us a sack of heads. To whom they belonged, I could not say.
And now you question my word.
Can you blame us?
Yes, and I'm beginning to.
Well, my lords, I have come to say what I have come to say. I can offer you no promises.
I hope in the future our king will send someone who does not seek to sow division between his kingship and his lords, Princess Margaret.
Well, that's obviously an absurd accusation. I am, if you forget, my lords, I was the one who knit our initial alliance together and has worked tirelessly since the king came to the throne to stop the realm imploding.
Perhaps to place your own child on the throne, since it seems that you are fucking your brother.
Hush, you both.
I beg your
Margaret.
pardon.
You heard me.
Morcar, brother, be quiet for just a second.
Fucking hell, man. I can't keep a
How
straight
has
face.
the negotiations for Cumberland since you did went to
How's it going,
Scotland?
Science?
I spoke to the Queen of Scotland. She said she would think on the matter, but I could not come to any agreement with her for a peaceful transition of
I'm really
If
trying
she
to.
does
I'm
not
trying to
come back
roleplay the
with a thing,
pig-headed
that's
fucking
what
Duke
we
right
have to
now.
Go for Cumberland.
And I do not believe the king and I will move to stop you.
Good.
We have worked, honorably to try and come to an arrangement with Queen Catriona. We even offered an alliance of support in her reclaiming the Suthriar, but she seemed to have little interest in that. Which is absurd, but there you are.
And by the way, if I do see whatever kind of child is next heir, that's your child and his child together, I will be very furious because I want the next heir of this kingdom to be part of my blood and his blood, not just your blood.
What? What are you saying? I mean, I've been petitioning with the king to end the elective succession system, so it would be an heir of his blood. I'm the greatest advocate of this.
And my daughter's blood, of course, not just his.
I raised your daughter, and I raised her to be a good queen to Edgar, and I'm sure that she will be.
Yeah.
So why are you marrying her, my niece, my new niece, to her cousin?
Very simply put, that different branches of a family can often war with each other. This way, the House of Wessex will stay united through the generations. There will not be rival claimants competing for the throne. If anything, they might rule together.
That's gonna be close up
what
there.
Better?
Are you trying to give a reason for incest?
I beg your pardon.
Two houses come together, not trying to branch out?
Cousins marrying cousins is no incest, sir. This is common policy.
And common policy, I see it as disgusting.
Out of roleplay, man, it was really common this time period.
Yeah, out of character, cousins marry cousins.
It was so normal. Yeah.
Okay, it's still, well, known for someone who's incest. It might be her daughter and his daughter. Who knows? It might be the same person. Goodbye.
I wish you the best.
I think that went well.
10 years, brother. We shall be the kings of England.
This incompetence, this incestuous behavior, it's not befitting of a realm such as ours.
Can the king not talk for himself? It's always his sister.
It seems to me that it's his sister who is behind the throne in many ways. And I would caution you, brother. I know you seek with your daughter to cement an alliance with the royal family and get one of our own into the royal bloodline, but there is a good chance that they will simply be also a spawn of incest. These rumors, they are disturbing.
Yes, I do not care what if my daughter gives him a son. It's not with our name. I want our name to be the Kings of England, the Hwicce brothers or the Umbra brothers, however.
And I would recommend, brother, that we do demand the Hwicce lands. They will not like it, but they don't have to.
Well, they entrust to a damn god when they wish to entrust
Indeed.
to us, and we'd help.
Perhaps offering it to one of our family. Is there...
We shall see what the king thinks of this.
Indeed. We'll take it to him directly. Margaret's about to lose her army.
Yeah, I'm going down there.
On my way. If she can hold them long enough, I will be there with my troops.
How full is Harold Godwin not?
Yet again, we find ourselves saving that family that refuses to acknowledge what we do.
I feel like the Godwin brothers have gone off too easily. I have 3 full duchies. 3.
Forward! It's been too long since we have fought side by side, brother.
Oh, I have to say, the back. I can't find field battle.
Finally, a chance to command troops. It's been far too long. Let us end this rebellion here.
Enough with Harold's head. He has been alive way too long for what he has done. It's even more interesting.
It is over. They flee.
Oh, will it be over?
Cowards.
We only sustained 299 casualties. They sustained 323 casualties. I feel like we sent a bit too many troops to crush him. We have 10,000 troops. He only has like 1,000. But I am.
It is a chance for us to show the South just how powerful we are.
I'm hoping not to get the entirety of Hwicce, just half of it.
Oxfordshire, at the very least, should be yours.
Yes. And plus, his heir is the Earl of Dorset as well. The Godwins are still.
Does he fight with his brother? He does not.
That's not
His own
brother, it's
son
his
is not
son.
fighting alongside him.
When will the day when I'm not severely wounded, when I can walk again?
You have been wounded for quite a while.
I feel like I would never recover. Unless I take drastic
It might be
measures,
like one of those like
though.
permanent injuries, you know, where you just like don't come back from it, but you're still alive, kind of thing.
Yeah, my health is now poor. I feel like I'm about to die.
It's over.
Yes.
Let us ride to the capital and ask for our just due.
Now let me do the talking.
Very well.
And declare war on the king, sir. What would you
I
recommend?
did not declare war. I was declared war upon when you took up arms against me and demanded my illegal imprisonment.
Illegal
No.
imprisonment? You accuse the king of a crime against... I will not speak to this man.
I spoke the truth, and everyone knows it to be the truth, and anyone saying it's not is lying to themselves and God.
Then the
Anyone
world...
anyone who did not stand up against you is facilitating your sinful and disturbing acts and will burn in hell for all of eternity.
Get him out of my sight. Throw him in the prison.
You
My-
sick. I'd rather
my
be in the prisons than in your presence, you sick freak.
My king.
Oh, damn.
My king, I suggest revoking half his land, aka Oxford and Berkshire.
You can't be serious.
What do you mean?
He has sons, does he not?
He has a
Do we
son.
revoke them of their birthright? Simply because the sins of the father?
I would take no action against Edmund Haraldson, but this might be an opportunity to prevent him from inheriting his father's duchy. Perhaps if we were to merge it with one of the other duchies of the kingdom, but not
That's what I'm
one
saying.
with House
He
Hwicce.
gets revoked of Oxford and Berkshire.
Edwin can make a
You-
much better vassal than my brother. You
Can the Godwin's brother just be quiet for a second? Their brother was the one who
well, I think we should.
Rebelled.
speak
Yeah,
back
yeah,
when we
yeah.
were talking about our own family.
and who cares? It's your own family who had been rebel.
Duke Edmund, were you invited to this council meeting, or have you invited yourself?
Yes, I would like all but the actual council to remain, please. Everybody else, please leave.
I bid you farewell, Your Majesty.
Thank you very much. You were magnificent in the battlefield.
Of course, our loyalty is but a just cause. I bid you all safe travels.
Take care, my friend.
Even us Tweez brothers?
Yes.
Yes, we need the small council to make a decision.
They really kicked us out after we saved their ass a fucking again. This is getting ridiculous. Brother, my anger is becoming untenable. The way that they treat our family.
So I said.
We must continue to take proper measure for what is to come.
Whatever it is you're
More
doing.
council!
Oh no.
Here we go.
It is time to march!
Is this the great expedition to the Emerald
It is our
Isle?
great expedition!
Okay, just quickly. The vassal rules of calling us doesn't apply here, right? You can.
Let me double check with Eric.
Me and Gwen and Munster will still march with you.
Let me double.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
I feel like we're doing a bit overkill.
Yeah, that'll be kind
Nah, they deserve it.
of
The South already got. How did the South get taken in Ireland?
The
He
South,
swore
he
guilty.
vassalized. He vassalized.
Oh,
it.
okay.
But Andron is fine losing Leicester. He just wants to get the kingdom first, because that was like his whole RP has been trying to get the kingdom.
Yeah, he's got a cool title and coat of arms and everything. Would be a shame.
Yeah. So if you wanna fight Wales, like I'm gonna be honest, the man is not gonna stand in your way, mostly because I have 600 men. Out of character, like I am willing to just, like, as soon as he's close enough to do it, I'll give him the gold to make the title if he can hold off, because he doesn't want to kill Ulster, because that was his whole thing, was like, I don't want to kill all of Ireland, I just want enough to become queen. So like Ulster was going to live, and so was Munster. Like he wasn't going to like screw them over or anything. And I get the whole.
But sure. Well, but what does that have to do with us? Right?
No. I'm saying, like, if you're gonna take Leicester, like, is that all you're going for? You're not gonna take anything else from him?
I don't know this. So
That
where's
is-
here to join the war? Okay, the King of Wales is not even here.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's up to my king.
Yeah.
This is a lot of men. I'm looking at the numbers, and it's like, cool, 3,500, 4,100, 2,000, and whatever else.
As I was saying, I think this is a bit overkill.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious. I love it.
I believe our liege is going for an entire crusade of Ireland.
It's the crusade for the Emeralds.
Oh, yes, you guys
for the
can join.
Epic.
Game wise, I would show up like roughly now, like just like I'm gonna show up with a letter in hand. Like I got this letter saying give up.
It is
Leicester,
North
like,
Island,
I'm
yes.
in a place called Leicester. So that's like how I'm gonna do it. Like I walk in like
I don't.
you know, it's been a while, but my land is Amman, not Leicester. Are you? What is this letter?
Let us go to war, friends. I shall call you in, and we shall fuck them up.
I feel like we're kind of overkilling this a little bit.
I deserve it.
Do they?
Well, we're going.
I've heard the war has been declared between Wales and Ireland. I shall leave you to your war.
Please.
No,
Sydney,
Wales can me and my brother go back to Northumbria? This has seemed like a very decisive win for us.
Very well.
Yes.
As long as your armies march.
Yes, sir.
Shit. Wales is asking me to help them in the war.
Join me.
That's going better, mine.
I'm gonna have to decline, but I'm gonna lose so much fame.
Join me.
I can't join you.
This is a little overkill, I gotta say.
Why?
Because I'm not your ally.
Wales is the server owner, so it's his call.
Oh god, am I really gonna have to?
Wait, how did I call you in then?
No,
Oh, Ireland did. The
I
bastard.
am now on death's doorstep. That's.
Hold on, I'm gonna run over to Wales real quick.
Out of roleplay, I do get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
he is like roleplay-wise, he's a lunatic though. So I mean, it kind of.
I know. But anyways, after this, we go after Scotland.
I agree. As soon
get
as
you
this war
Cumberland.
is done, I'm going to demand, obviously, the aid of the king, and we'll go for Scotland, take Cumberland.
If he says no, we'll be very pissed.
Frankly, from his point of view, I don't think he has much choice. His troops,
If-
although
if he
they
says-
would have some bearing upon ours, it's no certain
he's-
thing that he could beat us. Even
If
with the
he says
Godwin brothers.
no, I want you to go stewardship and study Mitroscity, so you can claim the throne.
We would need to gather more support, brother.
Do we?
How many allies do we have?
Ourselves, possibly even Wales, since we are helping him with this.
Again, although I would love to say that we can rely upon Wales, his actions suggest that
Yeah.
anything that man says is questionable, to put it simply.
Possibly.
I'm going to send a herald to Gudrid. I promised him a battle.
We'll siege Leicester. Brother, if I die, don't forget our plans.
Of course.
Oh, hey, give me Ireland. Good for him.
I'll march straight for their capital and take it myself.
Just taking the war score point.
If you would wish to meet up with me, we could decisively defeat their army. They are going to engage me here. Brother, I will require your aid.
Okay.
They're coming for my army right now.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it in time. Hopefully, we'll see.
I'll hold in the hills. It appears I will stand alone.
I'm coming. Oh boy.
I will hold here. When your men arrive, we will come down from the mountain and defeat them here.
Move. Okay, go. Take him by surprise. If
They're
you
trying
go
to
down
bait
him-
me into an attack. I'm not going to take it. I've done the same thing many times. There's no need to take decisive action here. We have the numbers.
I feel like helping people to me in their wars, not ours. Fight them now.
I'm
They're on their
moving.
land. Yep. They did a mistake.
Yes, they did. They divided. Perfect.
Look, I'm need help in the south.
On my way.
No, wait, never mind. I think we're gonna be good. Shall see how this goes. He's surrounded.
My men arrive.
Oh no, my knights have been maimed. Why are both my knights getting maimed? Stop getting maimed. Oh, stop.
Our force is more than enough for them. Clearly, you're playing CK3. I'm playing some Pathfinder Kingmaker. What should I name my kingdom? That's a very open question, John. What's the general theme you're going for? It's a hard question to answer.
don't think we can take on Scotland, just us two.
Nope.
Or
We
else
will
gonna
need
be
aids. The Welsh should promise theirs.
England.
A great victory.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
What is Pathfinder Kingmaker? Oh, they surrendered. Wonderful. We can march home.
Okay.
Westeros.
Now, our king's an idiot, having his council full of Godwins.
It's not a wise decision, that is for certain.
Godwins own like half the land in the south. They own 3 duchies.
Well, D&D mechanics. I'll have to check it out. Obviously, I know the
Anyway,
Pathfinder
brother,
series,
let's
but
go with the council now. We don't need no invitation.
indeed.
I can't.
It would be. I agree with Girth. For us to side with, for us to be on your council and to be your advisors, and still have you murder our brother, it would hurt our relations.
What would my lords? I consider you amongst my friends. You know about the ruling of a kingdom more than any man living. What would you have, from an objective point of view, done with Duke Harold? Because you know we cannot do nothing. So suggest something. Suggest something that we can put to the realm that will stop others from trying to spread slander such as this, and will punish him justly. What do you suggest?
I would be okay with the ability for the revoking of certain pieces of land, personally.
If you were to revoke his duchy title of Hwicce and exile him, what would happen to his lands?
I would say either give it to the crown, or I will take it under my own wing if I must.
What about Edmund? Would he inherit them?
He already serves as my vassal. The problem with giving the land to him is suddenly Wessex would lose half its own land.
Well, how about we make this deal then? You get the land of our brother, and of course Edmund will fall underneath you. I find that pleasable, and Harold gets to live.
If that's what the king wants, I would have no issue with it. I don't seek more lands for their own sake, but I will do what is best for the realm.
I feel I must see my brother in person.
Just guard your mind against him, Duke Girth. He has already led you into a wicked course once before. Stay strong, and be careful.
I have no fear that he can carry up to me.
If you... The sparing...
Give it a resub, Moose.
Brother Harold, it would be...
Thanks, man.
There's no real easy way
a massive sign of respect.
The nap of your life, dog.
Look,
I wish I could have taken a nap after everything today. Jesus Christ, man. I feel my blood pressure's still high, familiar.
Harold's wish for death. I offered him life.
Harold is he's a fool sometimes. A man can wish for death. Do you grant it to him? Or if a commoner comes to you who says, "My lord, I wish to die," do you execute him on the spot? No, you say he's a fool and you make him go back to work. I don't think you should do that to the...
This is a rider from Duke Morcar. My lord would wish to know why you ride for our lands.
Because we were fought back by peasants.
Where are these peasants? To the south?
Yes.
I am
500
given
of
right
them.
by my liege to act in such situations. I would be willing to send half my forces stealth to help you if you would wish.
We much appreciate the gesture.
How to roleplay? Are you able to invite me to it?
Do you have a daughter?
I do. Call me. We ride with you.
Excellent.
So tell me, Earl Wolfgate, I hear you are a man who has only recently come to power.
Yes. Being the Chancellor in the King's Court has shown me many a thing. But he deemed it well enough that I shall be granted some land. Though it's not very much land, I intend to do the best I can with it.
That's all that matters.
Indeed.
It is always good to remember that one can start from humble roots and rise to great rank.
Of course.
As your family has done. And they can rise much higher.
Indeed. But time will tell, of course.
I've ridden here from the capital, and I'm happy to leave the men in this assault. Would you like to wait until you arrive?
You may go ahead, if you wish.
Very well. We will clean out the southern lands of these peasants. A good battle.
Indeed.
My men have captured him. He is yours to do whatever you wish. We will ride home.
Thank you. I wish you safe travels back to your house.
You as well. If you ever need my aid again, do not hesitate to call.
Of course.
It's a sensitive matter, if I may speak privately.
Yes, why don't you come with me into the next room called
Just so
Diplomacy
you-
2.
Yeah.
Just so you know, King, you better not take forever. I've been waiting here more longer than she has.
Did he really just walk out?
He walked out with Queen Katrina.
Seems
I hate
we've spoken to you 3 times within the last month, Edwin. You'd think that the Queen of Scotland visiting England might have been of greater concern. If you have any concerns, you can say them to me, of course.
No, we'll speak to the actual king, not some person who wants to puppet him.
I beg your pardon.
Gotta hold myself back here.
He
I wanna
makes
talk some
decisions
shit.
on his own. He does not need you to make his decisions for him.
Well, I've only ever helped him with the mere matters of rule.
Brother, we may be patient. It appears he is in very troubled times. I just got a rider from my general, and I was forced to ride north to lead an army to defeat rebels in his lands. The king is so busy in court, he forgets the struggles of his own people, it seems.
My hit is hurting. Oh, nice.
You understand why I have pushed so hard for this in the past. This king, he does not respect us, brother.
No. And by the way, thankfully I've lost severely wounded. I'm actually now wounded. Step in the right direction.
It is. I suggest we ride home to Northumbria. Let us go talk to Wales, and let us begin this war by ourselves.
Indeed. If the king wants to ignore us for so long.
Like, work on that, and then all of a sudden it's like, BAM!
Hello there!
Oh, okay. Which I thought was hilarious. By the way, you're invited to come drink on my island, Senior. Because that was the whole reason I came, was to invite you to do that and
I
maybe
can?
sign a non-aggressive pact.
I can? I can drink?
If you want to come drink on Party Island,
Invite me.
Anyway.
King Kinnear, we would have words with you. This is the House of Hwicce.
Ah, yes!
I'll leave you be.
My friends, I will be right. Hello!
Hello there!
What can I do for you? Our armies smashed them. There was the steel of the English and the Welsh and the Irish and the
It was a great battle. We crushed their army in the Emerald Isle together.
Now, how do you feel about crushing some Scots?
Oh, the Scots, they are. She called me crazy.
Oh,
The-
you're not
the-
crazy,
the-
my
the
lord.
queen!
You're the smartest person in Wales.
Crazy.
I have heard tale that she herself is a mad woman. She was lost to grief after the death of her father, and now she can barely run a kingdom. Therefore, me and my brother feel it is a good time to press our claim on Cumberland. And as you know, you promised your aid to us.
What is Cumberland?
It's the area just that used to be a part of Northumbria.
What does it come?
Just
Berland?
some battle, okay?
You know well the lands I talk of on our northern border.
Oh yes, the land of Cum and Burlands.
Something of that sort, yes. King Kinnear, will you ride with us?
Who is their friends? Have you gotten endorsement from the queen?
The king and queen, they have not spoken to us. We waited 2 months at court for an audience, and they would not even have us. Therefore, we decided to take matters into our own hands.
So, by the way, brother, I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave you to negotiate
If you
this.
could ask them again.
We waited for months on end. Me and my brother have grown tired of waiting.
Ask again, and then if then I will support it, because I must talk to the princess and tell her how she's a fucking fool, the princess of Scotland, whatever the horde is.
Harsh words, but if you would require it, I will return to court one last time.
Yes.
But
one
my
last
patience
time.
is far too thin.
Yes, go speak to them, and I shall talk to this fiend.
Hello, Morcar.
Hello there. I am waiting for our audience with the king.
Yes, I have.
My PC crashed, but I'm booting up the game again, people.
This is the best of us.
Have you considered plugging in your toaster?
Yeah.
So what have I missed?
What have you missed? You missed the begging of the Godwin brothers to their brother not to get himself
It is,
killed.
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
How did that discussion go? I'm genuinely honestly curious. What did he say to you?
Bad. He just said, "No, I'd rather die."
That guy we just helped with the peasant revolt, he cast his vote in favor of us becoming the next king with the election system.
Just lose a bit of land. Just lose a bit of land. He's like, no. Sad.
He tried to convince you of the foul slander.
Yeah, I would never believe my brother Harold. Of course, I am loyal to the end.
Oh, Celia, God, how we've managed to go 1984, convince everyone that the lie is the truth is a lie. Amazing. But although, to be honest, out of character, having Harold the one spread the rumors was the complete blessing.
I just wish he had stayed silent for like.
I can't justify a murder for Morcar, not his style.
If anyone else had accused us of that, it might have been a problem. Honestly, he was the one man who could say anything, and everyone would be like, bit of much.
So what did in Outer Roleplay? What did Godwin's brothers do when that whole thing came out? I missed that.
We were freaking out. We were like, okay, both of us went to him. We're like, hey, surrender, so we can get. Before anything happened, before Edgar imprisoned Harold, I said I'll go to Harold and ask him to surrender and take back and revoked his statement. I went to him and he said he won't do it, and then all this happened. It was a lot. We tried to get him to stop.
He's a vengeful man, though.
Yeah, I respect it. It's fun. It's fun trying to argue it. I was like doing brother RP, like, hey, can you stop? And he's like, no. It's like, okay.
That's what poor Edwin over here has been doing all game with my character's fucking crazy ass. So.
Now I know how you
he
feel.
wants Cumberland. He wants Cumberland. Like, okay,
Give me fucking Cumberland, goddammit!
Yeah, that's what Harold's like. Harold's like, I am the rightful king. He is a demon. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I just want every conversation with the king, but he keeps on leaving somebody else.
Yeah, there's a lot happening right now.
We are the most important. We're the two biggest vassals.
We are okay. Calm down.
Spurning the Hwicce family is probably not a good. Marcia!
What?
Did you let Idric get independence?
The king did it! Yes!
You fool!
That's mine.
Hwicce! Sorry. That was out of character. That was strictly out of character.
Like, out of character, did you actually agree to that, Edwin? Doc, I
No,
talked to you for
listen.
like fucking 30 messages about that.
Listen, and I have to do it. It's one of the lines. I'm gonna get back Derby. It's gonna
Oh
You guys
no,
can
your
accuse me,
character's
I-
greedy, man. It doesn't make any sense.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go and have vigorous sex.
What?
Oh,
Jesus.
she's talking about his brother, by the way.
Kid. Huh?
Is anyone here in a Discord mod? Because I think you can say kitten. Otherwise, I don't know.
Kitten?
All right. Yeah, but out of roleplay, man, I really question that decision. Like, dog, your
Listen,
character
just-
would never do that.
But I'm friends with you, Trick. Okay?
It doesn't matter. You're ambitious and you're greedy. Like, it just doesn't make sense, man.
It exceeds to the we need alliances and having him be.
But like the
close.
traits in your character are supposed to be like the defining principles that make you who you are. And although you're playing the long game in your roleplay, it doesn't make a lot of sense that you would go against like your core traits as a person, you know?
Oh yeah, please help try to combat me on this, okay?
God damn it. Alright, I said all I wanted to. I'm gonna move on.
Just don't worry about it.
I'm having a stroke right now, by the way.
I'm probably gonna give most of a week for that, okay?
Are you? Because I asked and you know what he said? Fucking no!
What are we discussing here?
I don't know.
Oh,
You're
fuck
really
me.
out of character right now.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, this is an
Okay.
OFC talk right
Yeah.
now.
Now, whenever the king comes back, can we please talk to him? Because you all been talking to him this entire
Yeah.
time.
We will. I'm just worried. I don't want Harold to die, like of old age or something, before we do something.
We're also fucking old, Doc, and we've been trying to talk to him for fucking ever now.
Okay, yeah, you guys can have your turn. That's fair.
Listen, it's
Yeah.
the gangbang of the king's time. We can all get a shot at him, all right?
Okay, fair. We'll host a feast in Kent or something.
Yeah, the brothers Godwin have a lot to talk.
Yeah.
That
How
battle with in East Anglia was a lot of fun in the early game, by the way.
Wait a minute.
How goes the Hwicce brother? How do I pronounce your last name? It's so hard. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, Harold's just gonna die.
Yeah, well,
He
that's,
won't. He's not budging.
Yeah, that's the deal we made, though, right?
Yeah, he. Man, I tried really hard.
Yeah, I tried to.
He's. I mean, he's sticking to his guns.
He's sticking to it hard, and it's
Yeah.
really sad.
Okay. Got the alliance. We're good.
He's gonna come to our aid?
Yes.
He'll need to declare the war. Otherwise he won't be in it.
We could.
He can do the war to press vassals' claims for Cumberland. That's what he's gotta do at a roleplay.
For the king.
How long has Edgar ruled, by the way?
I have no clue.
I think like 6 years, I think, or something.
Edgar's not ruled.
It was early 80s, wasn't it?
Did Edgar rule?
Oh my God, he's ruled for 7 years.
Yep.
Whoa, I thought time was
You
much shorter.
you all been RPing like things that would take over years, but no.
You mean the 40 pages of RP in the last week?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, most of those are like just one day things, technically in the RP. So it feels like
At a
Oh,
roleplay
we're
for the
going by,
war, Edgar, you gotta declare it so you can be in the war for pressing vassals' claim.
Edgar's not here.
Oh, he's not? Where the fuck is he? Thought he was in here. Oh, there he is. Oh, Christ.
Say you Godwinson brothers, you get off easy.
yeah, we do because we fought a war and then we bent the knee.
Yeah, and your three brothers now control 3 duchies.
Man, I don't want to hear about it. You don't have to pay taxes or anything.
Yeah, we do. It's just
I
not a
checked.
lot.
Pay taxes, don't they?
I paid twice.
It was
I
the
paid
only
as
thing
much
we got
as
out of
you.
supporting the supporting Edric. Or Edgard,
Yeah,
rather.
to be fair. But still.
To be fair, we aren't as much of a threat to him as you guys are.
I mean, it was your house that literally had the throne like just previously. It's a little more sketchy than House Hwicce, which, although we're strong, we've never made any moves like that, you know.
Yeah, but also, the thing about the characters of Leofine and Girth is that they're very much different. I would say the only brother who might claim something would be me, because I'm a bit ambitious, but I'm also honest and like trustful. So it's an interesting.
Okay, fine. The king is back.
I am sorry, my good one. We have some issues.
Now, by the way, my king, can you revoke the title of Derby and give it to me? Because I kind of accidentally gave it back.
Oh, did you already get Lancaster?
I gave it the dependents.
You did.
Yes.
Excellent.
And so, but can you revoke Derby real quick? And then give it to me because I don't even know.
If it was an out of roleplay accident, then I mean.
Yeah, it was a roleplay accident.
Yeah.
I don't have a title revocation reason.
Reason?
Yeah, that's what it tells me.
Can't he grant it to you because it's directly under his control? So he should be able to grant it to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, just go tell the player that he needs to do that real quick.
Oh, I don't care about that right now. Anyways, my king, about Cumberland and about Hwicce.
The Brothers Gone will be the Brothers meeting.
Anyways, about Hwicce. I have given up a large portion of my land. I'm hoping to get half Hwicce for that. At least Berkshire and Oxfordshire. At least one of those.
At this point, we are not going to be doing any more title changes within that. We need to come to a resolution here on Duke Harold. After that, his lands are going to go to his heir. They will not be going to anybody else. They will stay with him as part of our negotiations.
Fine, whatever.
Then you are prepared to go for War of Cumberland right now, I assume.
So with Cumberland, let's move on to that topic then.
Oh joy!
I have tried to discuss this with this young queen. Remember, I had mentioned to everybody that I am sure she blames England and myself for the death of her entire family, and that has come to be true. She feels that right now completely.
Yeah.
We have a new enemy, and it is Scotland. So at this point, we need to decide what we're going to do.
Take Cumberland, of course.
Cumberland.
That would make sense.
We outnumber them.
Cumberland should be under the English rule. But what I fear is that if we don't do something more extreme, it will continue. We'll gain one county, and then before you know it, she's coming back after us for another one.
What are you proposing then?
I think we need to figure out a way that we can take a larger part and weaken them.
In the meantime, I suggest we fight the war for Cumberland, and then you can make attempts to ensure that we can do a larger war perhaps in the future. But for now, let me remind you that this is an opportune time. They are our enemy, and you have made promises. So let us fight this war to weaken them now, and while they rebuild, you can prepare for a larger claim perhaps.
But if we rush into this and we don't do it strategically correct,
they are weak in comparison to us.
If we just gather our forces together and we will be.
We have the men here, Lord King. All we need to do is start the war.
All you need to do is take one county, and we can just defend that county.
We will be able to defeat their armies in combat easily, and while they recover and attempt to get more levies, you can prepare for a larger claim. If we wait, perhaps they could make more allies that will make them stronger.
England, we have been waiting for years for this.
It has been a long time.
Sister, what do we know about Lothian?
They are a puzzling bunch. They sent me a marriage request to marry Christina a few years ago. And though Christina has very puzzlingly, it seemed, married a commoner since then, I have no idea how that happened. That's another matter for another day. Gospatrick is very concerned about the Northumbrians. He wanted an alliance with the crown. I didn't give it to him simply on the grounds that I couldn't see any advantage in it for us. It was clearly an arrangement that was meant to serve in his favour. Beyond that, I know little of him.
What if we could negotiate a deal with him directly to give us Cumberland?
Lord King, we have waited long enough.
Does he have the authority to grant land for where that belongs to his queen?
What's up, Decius?
Well, who's the title?
They're delaying us right now. I know exactly what this is.
Well, fine. But right now, it's Mortimer Dutton who is the count.
It's a single county.
It's a single county.
It is indeed.
And we want it.
And we've been promised it.
Very well. We need to make appropriate proclamations.
Yes.
Stating that this is why we are going to war, what we're going to war over. But I see no other way around this. The Scots are unwilling to do anything.
Harold Godwinson is dead.
But right now,
we cannot be sidetracked. We need to begin this war. We have waited so long. And my men are ready.
Let us continue forward with our plans here.
And his son has stolen half of my lands as well. Let's
Probably
pray he's
should
not
have revoked it.
Continue forward with our proclamations. We are going to prepare for war.
Yes,
when will we declare the war, King Edgar?
In a year, of course.
How long?
A year.
To the day.
You have to make
game rules. It's a year.
Okay, sounds good.
Good.
Sister, we need to talk with Duke Ademan.
Jesus, why was it so hard to convince the king to do that? Holy shit. Yeah, it was color changed. He founded a new kingdom, that's why. King Kadir. He founded the Kingdom of Wales and the Emeralds. He's a lunatic, so he's gonna be doing some really weird things. That player is role playing him really well. We'll marry our daughter to one of our primarily vassals. To keep him under control. Yeah, the king is a bit of a bitch, not gonna lie. I mean, to be honest. Good. Good. We can, but that player has a lot of allies. I'm gonna send a rider north to Moray. Oh, no, they're busy right now. I'm gonna send a letter to Moray. How many people are involved in this RP right now? I think there's like 16 or 17. No, it's 22 actually. It's pretty big. Everything in this game's condensed into the British Isles, so you can't expand outside of the Isles. You can't make allies outside of the Isles. It's just all condensed. So all 22 players are squished into the Isles. It's really fun. The roleplay has been very intricate. It's just all backstabbing and plotting. Me and my brother, who's a never player, have put 2 kings on the throne, and they've both been very disloyal to us. And then my brother, for some reason, decided to allow Edric to get his independence. I still really don't understand why. We're going to start to run these games in our server as well. We're going to be completely overhauling the server quite dramatically. How we run games in my server, this isn't a different server. We are going to dramatically overhaul things because I'm getting pretty sick and tired of having to deal with some shit, so we are going to scale back a lot and change some things. So I'm getting, guys, I have spent so much time trying to organize an RP community in my Discord. I put so much time, effort, and energy into it, and people are, they act so disrespectful, and no one appreciates it, and I'm getting tired, so we're changing a lot of how it's going to be run. Quite dramatically. Anyway. Game of Thrones about the dragons, that's great. Yeah, exactly what it is. It can be a difficult game to learn, but it is absolutely worth it. It's fantastic. Roleplay and multiplayer in CK3 are what really makes it for me. I find the multiplayer roleplay to just be so good. It really is. Yeah, true, Zodi. Very true. Love your RP is very entertaining. I would love to join your server RP games sometime, but alas, my time is limited. That's how it is, Draco. That's how it is. They are really long, you know. It's not easy. Oh wow, Kingdom of Man.
Brother, would you like to come to Mercia to meet Aid to come with Adric?
Of course.
Yes. I want you to get along with him good, because he good.
Hello. Out of roleplay, have you gotten Derby back from him yet?
Nope.
Yeah, Edric, out of roleplay, he accidentally gave you Derby, so if you could get that back to him.
He knows.
Just making sure that happens.
I would love to, but there's nothing I can do.
Can you not give it to another Duke?
No, I'm not the rightful Duke. Derby is part of Lancaster.
Yeah, like it's my de jure territory is the issue, so I can't give it to him.
You can give him one of your stubborn holdings instead, though, to even it out.
He doesn't. He's been just Derby.
Yeah, but you accidentally gave him a territory, now you're down one.
Presumably the king's taking it eventually is the long-term goal.
We talked to the king, and in game he's not able to revoke it.
I feel like he should be. Does he not? What's his crown authority? Yes, this is feudal.
Hey, at least he said out of roleplay that he couldn't.
Edric, could you go to the king and try to do it? Cause you might, more stuff.
I don't know what you mean by that. Like.
I mean, in between sessions, he can do a game edit, but I think we've still got a ways to go before,
I feel like you can just revoke it easily.
It depends on a lot of things involving, like, your current government and stuff.
Well, he has 2 tribal.
Yeah, he said he needed a revocation reason, which he didn't have.
You don't need a reason to revoke.
Sometimes you do. Basically, Lancaster has to do something bad in order for him to be able to do it.
Yeah, Why is he worried about taking the tyranny? There's no one to worry about taking the tyranny with. I'm gonna go talk to him real quick.
Husband,
Yes, Mark.
Harold Godwinson is dead.
We're just sitting at the table right now,
Something
awkwardly.
I must admit I've wanted since for over 20 years. He is finally gone. He can't haunt us any longer.
Took too long. She should have been executed when you captured him the first time.
No, yes, but this the man who held my sister hostage, who may have been complicit in my father's death, the man who stole my brother's throne, and the man who accused me of many heinous things is finally, he cannot hurt us anymore. It is...
Also, by the way, brother, can I now be the guardian of my son now, since, well, I'm not dying now?
Sure, of course. I have done my best for the lad. He's a good stock, though. His fighting arm will never be the best, I fear.
Yeah, but I doubt that. I feel like he'd be the best of warriors.
Edric, I thought we should speak. We haven't. You haven't talked to me since Harold spread such rumors, and I thought that you and I should at least speak a bit.
Well, my main question is, are they simply slander?
Of course, they're slander.
Truly.
Well, certainly. What? Why? What? You don't believe Harold, would you?
Well, I would like to hear it.
That's her husband.
Husband, I have been a faithful wife to you. I have given you.
It is quite a direct question to answer.
She's been accused of fucking incest, so...
They are lies, husband.
Though at no point did you, Margaret, sleep with any of the king.
Why would you even ask something like that?
Well, because there's rumors going around.
What?
That I would have
Rumors spread by our most hated enemy, who is now dead, and let these rumors die with him.
Your most hated enemy. To me, Harold was always an obstacle. A good one that is long gone now, thankfully, but one with which I held no personal enmity more than I would a boar needing to be put down.
Well, you should hold some more personal enmity with him now, seeing as the rumors he spread about your wife, who has given you 4 children.
Yes, but it isn't only Harold saying.
Oh, it is now. Everyone I've spoken to has immediately recounted them. God, Harold's own brothers don't believe them, husband.
Very well, I will visit the Godwin brothers without.
Do it. Harold's own son doesn't believe it.
Morcar, it was lovely hosting you, and well, all of us are visiting around since we're in the same area as.
Of course. Well, that was a rather awkward thing to be present to.
I apologize, my lord. It seems my husband is...
I think you have much to do to rebuild your marriage, Princess Margaret.
It seems that even in death, Harold Godwinson can continue to vex me.
You should execute him when you had the chance. Where's for the rumors?
Unfortunately, it would have alienated Duke Girth and Duke Leofwine, and instead they remain loyal to House Wessex, and that is what is important.
We shall see.
So, tell me about Cumberland.
Well, the king will be marching into closely.
Well, I had a roleplay. When was the date? Did you write it down? Because I doubt he did.
I wasn't involved.
Yeah, he was. He will be declared war.
I'm just gonna make sure that the player remembers, because he's hosting. He's got 101 things to do, I think, right?
And also, by the way, with Derby, he can't revoke it because
Yeah, I
he
figured.
has alliance with him.
I think for like either one of two things happen. Either he gives you another tile, or just you do a save. He does a save edit in between sessions or something.
That's probably good if I don't get it.
Yeah.
I've also really want half a Hwicce since, well, you know.
It would be reasonable considering everything we've done.
Yeah, I've lost like half my land.
He took half your land, and he is to give nothing in recompense.
But this is not. We shall solve it in a later date. Let's just go take Cumberland finally. Then we can do other things.
It's odd, brother, that we had to wait 20 years for this one thing.
Indeed.
Kings do have a habit of being slow and not honoring promises, but it's very odd.
Unfortunately, the politics of a realm do tend to move slowly.
Far too slowly for my taste.
I feel bad for my daughter. She is not the brightest.
Brains do not run in the family, I must say.
Yes.
My own daughter, she is not blessed with intellect. We'll put it that way.
At least your daughter can write.
Not very well.
Some kind of words.
Thankfully, she has married my vassal, the Earl of Bamberg. He finds much good things in her. She is not an ugly lass, but a slow one indeed.
I could probably convince the insane King of Wales to marry her to marry one of his sons.
That man, there's something about him I like, and yet he is absolutely mad.
So he helps us. I won't reject it.
I suppose. Though personally, I would not trust a man to hold my sword, let alone watch my back in a battle.
I've returned.
Husband, I'm glad you have returned. Where have you been?
Wales.
I thought you were going to speak to the Godwin brothers.
Then I went to Wales.
He can go where he pleases.
Fucking cheating on Margaret, that's what he's doing.
Speaking of which, Duke Roderick's regent has asked for a marriage between Krista and Roderick. I think it's a wise match.
Wait, a marriage between Krista and who?
Roderick.
Who's that?
He's the Duke of Duabath.
We already have an alliance with the Royal House of Wales. What?
Ah, Margaret, you do not understand how Wales works.
You know how
Enlighten
those
me,
Welsh
husband.
people work.
Krista is...
The Welsh are
If you would excuse me, I'm going to ride home. I do not wish to be a part of struggles within the marriage. If you excuse me. It's always good being with you, brother. And I will speak soon.
Regardless, the Welsh are quarrelsome.
I'm going to ride home. We don't want to just sit there and listen to the fucking bickering of that horribly married, cheating couple. Nice, Scythe. Very nice. My Marshal Matad has been hovering around my council meetings lately. Knowing his interest in matters of leadership, I cannot help but feel that the man is waiting for me to impress him. I could probably engage him in conversation. On the other hand, it might be better for him to simply see me interacting with my men. There's something to be said for at least pretending to know every soldier's face. Let's see if we can hire an every night. We're missing some gold. Buy a knight, or to hire a knight, or to expand our holdings? It's a tough question. Nothing new from Wales, no. He's at the 6,000 soldiers. Oh, damn. Man, it's really hot out. Oh, yeah. God damn. Not a lot going on right now for the most part. We're really just waiting for the War of Cumberland, which I think is probably about now. So we'll go see what's happening with that.
Come to the King's Council, brother.
Very well.
It's time.
We're preparing
to
take back the county of Cumberland into English rule. So we need to prepare our military for this.
Earl Wolfgate, good to see you again, my friend.
Thank you. It is good to see you.
My king, should my nephew wait back at his home, or are you fine with him being here?
Gotta love Twitch, man.
For these discussions.
No, I think it's good for the boy to be here. That's good.
Lord King, we are ready to ride, I assume?
We should be in proper location. Again, Wolfgate, I will be chaining my men to you, and you will have command of my army.
Ah, Wolfgate, we will get to fight together again.
Excellent. Let this be another glorious battle.
Indeed.
Where is Wolfgate, by the way?
He is in the northern holdings of the king, on your border.
Yes. The earldom of Wolfgate.
I thought it was the other guy. Okay. But we're
I'm
not
going
ready.
to make a declaration of war right now to Scotland, and in voice chat.
Oh, so he's England. Why you are here? Would you like? I would like our two houses to kind of be intertwined now. My very intelligent daughter would like to marry your very beautiful son.
I would have no issue with such an alliance.
Good.
Wait, you're very intelligent.
She is very intelligent. Very.
Okay, let's go. They know about it. They're pissed. Let's do it.
I feel we should discuss the matters of marriage later.
It's time for battle, brother. I hope to see you on the battlefield yet again.
I am no longer willing, brother.
Let us have Leonis in the west of my counties be the rallying point for the armies.
Out of character question, I thought vassals who aren't allied to you can't join the war. Or am I mistaken?
Duke of Mercia, I feel we should.
Wolfgate is allied to me, and this is technically a war for my claims, so.
Yeah, you just gotta call us in.
Wait, so who's at war now? Yeah.
I'm assuming that Morcar is gonna declare war, or do I need to do it?
You have to declare it for the. To be in the war as the king, you have to explicitly declare the war for. If you click on Scotland, you should be able to push one of your,
your claim.
Yes, exactly. Beautiful, Fire Master.
Well, it shows you have the entire Mordorn for Dunbar.
Dunbar.
All of Dunbar?
Yeah. Well, that's weird.
Works for me.
Just one.
Okay,
Why
I can do
not?
the.
No,
I can do
Dunbar's
Niger for
so
Cumberland.
small.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Niger
do
for
the.
Cumberland, please.
We're gonna do Cumberland. Okay. There we
And
go.
then you just give it.
Very well.
Yeah, we're good.
Boom. Let's go. Call in allies.
Bow. Finally, we've been waiting for like 20 years.
It has only been 2 decades. Finally.
No time. It takes a long time for the government, of course.
That's a good fire master.
If only he wasn't always talking to the Godwinsons, we probably could.
Okay, alright. We had a lot of family matters.
I want to say so as the king, but because of the incest, but we're finally in a war, and I want to piss him off.
Bishop stay in this council, right? And then whoever's not in war.
Not being directly involved in this war, we'll head back to Kent.
This is a very churchy.
I think it's gonna be us and then Wolfgate who's fighting it. The king's staying in the capital, right?
Yeah, I'm not coming in this war.
He is not coming. He's saying we're gonna well in his own.
Hey, Wolfgar, you got it.
Alright.
You got this, dude.
I wish.
Do we want to head down like a channel or something? Because we would all be in one.
Joke.
We can jump down to Northumbria.
Northumbria? Okay.
Okay, I'll be bouncing in and out if I need to go deal with something and come back.
We outnumber them, by the way. 13,000. We should be.
Remember that they know the terrain better than we do. Gentlemen, stay together. Let's slowly push them north. If we attack them in an offensive battle, we will surely face defeat.
I think I should siege the capital of the Cumberland, since I do have siege equipment and
That's fine with me.
Give me the supply element.
Whoever has siege weapons should probably do the siege.
Yes, I have 10 siege equipment. You may have 40, but
I have 10.
6,000 troops altogether.
Yeah, exactly. So
Let's move forward as a group. I am going to take the territories in Bernicia. My brother will siege Cumberland, and the king's army will hold in Durham.
As long as we take the things that surrounds Cumberland, we should be fine. Like in Jedburgh and.
Also, are you opposed to me being war leader? As the last time I fought a great war with many allies, it devolved very quickly into chaos, and I would not see this war fall to such reason.
I'm fine with that, Morcor. This is your battle.
Very well. Brother, siege out Cumberland. Wolfgate, hold your men in Durham and prepare to reinforce if necessary, and I will hold the border in Bernicia.
Where is Durham?
We will steadily push forth, sieging as we go, and hopefully force a peace with this queen. If not, we will take her capital.
Excellent.
But are you all happy that I'm no longer severely wounded? I'm just now have these battle scars on me now.
You didn't lose a leg though, did you?
Nope, I just have a very bad scratch on my face. But shows how battle hardened I am. I am very surprised I actually did recover from that. I thought I would never recover from that. Until I took a medicine focus for like a few years, I guess that helped. Okay, how's my health? Fine.
Their army is to the north. Prepare to reinforce in Sherwood if necessary.
That's 5,000 troops right there.
The supply is absolute garbage in these.
The Welsh has promised us aid as well.
You should probably move your foreign.
Brother, can you send an envoy to the Welsh to ask them to join the King's War as they promised for us?
I will send.
I would like to have their troops in battle, as we want a sure thing here.
Yes.
No, just a lot of
Can we
vassals.
also call them.
The king will have to.
Yeah.
I don't have the option to do that.
Are you not allied with Wales?
Nope.
You should.
Oh shit.
The previous king, but remember he died.
Okay, this is gonna take 8 months for me, so just not be that far away with your 600 troops. Be like more closer.
I'm gonna bump it up to speed 2, because we've been going to speed 1.
And by the way, your 467 troops should just kind of not be. You should be close, but not on top of them, since that still does get rid of your supply. Maybe you should be in the north of the Northumbrians.
If the king's army could go to Rothbury, Wolfgate, that would be optimal.
Right.
Just to the north of me. I see troop movements on the border. Be careful, gentlemen.
Yep.
They are moving.
They're moving.
Move the king's army quickly to Sherwood.
On my way.
Oh no, go to Rothbury. It's fine.
Yep. I will keep an eye on them, and I will tell you when to start moving.
They're fainting. How did they get so many troops?
Well, vassals and...
They're going.
Move,
They're going. Go, 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 go. Wolfgate.
Oh, they're stopping me.
They're gonna pin you.
They won't stop you. Just keep going. You're not there
You
enough.
gotta
What
go,
are you
man.
doing over there? We're gonna lose this first bout.
Maybe. It'll be close.
Unless the King of England... Nope, they'd stopped them. They knew.
You have to come in as soon as you can, Wolfgate. And you have to be quicker in these battles.
As fast as possible.
We'll try to hold out.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you're
she's
commanding, which
kicking
is gonna
her
make this
ass.
even harder.
She caught us off guard. Well, not off guard. She just used those two other people to...
He should have saved south.
How did
You need to bring your troops down here as quickly as you can.
Because she has vassals.
Go, 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 go.
Okay. We can hold out on them so you all can, like, rush. Because if you all rush, we should be fine. Damn it, they're not gonna make it back.
They're not gonna fucking make it.
Beat that guy for so long that we hurry. With your help, we
On
can
our
win.
way.
Damn it, they keep saying more troops. Hold, brother, hold.
We don't have the
7
time.
days.
89 troops.
Not gonna make it.
You all can keep. Don't relent. Don't relent. Just keep fighting. Keep fighting. You all can do well.
You want me to move in?
No,
Keep moving in.
hold.
Okay, fine, hold.
I only have 4K.
That was a great loss. You need to retreat your troops right now, Wolfgate.
We need
Right
more
here.
allies.
King Edgar, I would implore you to find a way to get an alliance with the Welsh, as they have already promised me and my brother aid. You just, out of roleplay, need a way to call them in.
Okay. I will be back.
Good. God damn it.
Retreat south, it's the winter. Let them siege us.
Just keep
Wolfgate, you need to move south.
Yeah, I'm moving south.
Ugh. Fucking hate that.
Why is Lancaster also not in this war?
I don't know Lancaster, because he sees no reason. That was kind of our war. Who cares?
Why did we give away those lands?
Future wars will help, not this war, since our king was the one to declare this war. Okay, Northumbria, I think we should attach our army together.
There's an army chasing us south. Engage the army of Karak.
Yeah, I'm heading there.
Oh, back to my cabin. Sucks. Yeah, if you catch them off guard, it should be fine. Since they're being stupid. No, unless
They
they're pulling
are.
tactics. Yeah, they're pulling tactics like the Lancaster. Okay, can I please hurry back to mercy? Yes, thank you very much. Oh, brother, it looks like I'm leading this arm of my own. I'm moving back to Al-Bindi till we get our forces like recouped. Yeah, they're getting more. 9,000 soldiers, 10,000. God damn it. By the way, has King England attached his army to yours?
Yeah, he was attached to my army.
Okay, good. So we're gonna attack that piece of.
Let's move back up north.
That's what I'm doing.
When the frosts thaw, let's siege them again. This time around, the army of England should be in Hexham.
Or Rington. Since it's right next to it. Yeah, Hexham. Hexham, and your army Northumbria stays in Hartlepool.
Do you want me to charge into
No, go to Hexham.
Hexham?
Their main force will be waiting behind.
Alright. Okay, nope, we're not going. I gotta take the long way around.
They have quite the army.
Yes.
They do indeed.
I have 5 knights in this war.
And I have 8. This one also different. If we're gonna attack, then we need to come all together and then attack at once.
We cannot charge them. They're in a defensive position.
It's deep. They're not gonna move if we keep there.
Oh well, they're splitting up. Let's see what they do.
Oh boy, they be marching. They march.
Well, they all
It's a
split up.
feint.
There's
Don't
literally
engage. Let them move off of it so we can siege it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna siege it. Should be able to do that. I feel like we're gonna lose this war. But
Patience, it has only begun.
Wales, are you in this war? Because
I have 5 knights that are watching this war.
watching, but you're not gonna help. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, you didn't call me in.
Out of roleplay, it's England started. We asked him to go approach you about finding a way to get you to be called in. Did he do that?
No.
Interesting.
Okay, get ready to. Okay, get ready, Car. Be ready to click on that little place wherever you can.
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh gosh, proceed for 10 months.
Yeah, we just need Cumberland Scythe.
I wonder how much mercy.
Scotland is a player. Most of Scotland's vassals are players.
You want
Snippy
me
Snoop.
to just split off?
Like
my
almost all of the
teams
Scottish
after,
vassals are also
send them
players.
over?
No, they're going to see that as also opportunity. So we're fine where we are.
I am rebuilding my levies as well. So the longer the wait, the stronger we get.
Yep.
Oh.
As long as it's me that's losing people, it's fine. Okay, they're moving to the north, so be
They're gonna
wary.
try and engage your army again in a feinting attack.
Yeah. So where we see them kind of like come close into Northumbria, they're going to have to cross it. When they do cross it, come to.
As soon as you see them moving towards you and the king's army, immediately go to meet up with his in that defensible position.
Okay, there's a stupid hostile
The
army.
thing is,
Okay.
the king's army is slower than mine. So
They're moving. They're moving. They're moving. They're moving. They're moving. Moving here.
Careful, not yet.
Yes. Just get ready to right click on the place I'm sieging. Okay.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that the king's army is slower than mine, so they might get caught, but I might not.
I feel like you and Northumbria should switch places. Yep, come.
You want me to come?
you-
It's just
No.
No, it's
they're
a
not- they're
feint.
just a
Baiting.
hostile
Patience.
army. They're not an actual army that counts.
But they can still attack us. That's the thing.
You know they
It's like
are
the-
right. Let's go ahead and switch positions. Move your troops to where I am, and I'll move to your position.
Because your army is the most important army. You have 6,000 troops. He has 4,000. If you can just work out, we'll still be fine. Get ready to move in.
Moving. Be patient.
They're moving into England.
I'll be on hills still, so I can defend.
Don't worry about it.
They're gonna flank.
Cumberland.
Just let them. Brother, if I tell you to pull back, okay?
Okay.
They're gonna try to attack me again.
They are.
Northumbria, try to meet him. No, wait, no, try to bait him, maybe? Go back?
They're coming.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
England,
you
start,
want me-
come to the siege now.
No.
Don't worry
Just
about
hold.
You're baiting? I'm about to assault the fort, but I don't know how long it's gonna take.
What they want me to do is attack that army to the east so that they can all go in on you.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
gonna stay,
wouldn't
but
I
this is
just joined in?
Just be patient.
old.
King should really split up his army, but
Wait.
hold on.
Wait.
If they want to engage and start the battle, that's fine. They're gonna pull back. Give it a second. And if they don't, we go all in.
Go. You can't turn back now. Go.
Okay.
Go.
Here we go.
Let's go. So if they don't catch the English army off, they'll be fine.
You want me to come in?
Yes, please do come in.
Here I am. I'm in.
Okay, good.
Immediately move back to our defensive positions right after.
Yes.
We don't want to go attack the 1,000?
The
No.
1400, maybe depends on their troop movements.
Don't, because they're gonna see the Scottish army. They want us to
They're
take
all
the army.
moving
Don't worry.
back past the
Go back to
hill.
where you were, England, right now. England, right now. Or I keep forgetting your name.
No, wait,
where
hold
again?
on, England. Wait, hold on, England's hand siege only about a few days. If you do say, yeah, only 40 days.
As soon as the
Assault,
siege done,
exit.
we're gonna go hit the army in Bernicia, okay?
Okay.
It's like for 3 days.
Tell me when and I'll go.
We
Go
wouldn't
with me.
Alright.
Yes.
Want me to head up north and try to cut them off?
Nope. Stay with me.
When they tried to take back Cumberland, that's where we go.
It's too late. They're not gonna make it.
Yep. Okay. If we, after we defeat this army, go back to Cumberland. They're gonna try to siege back.
We're just gonna head back to Cumberland.
Yes, all the way back to the capital, the barony of Cumberland. Then we attack them, and then we'll be fine.
Let them attrition on it for a little bit first.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how many days it's gonna take to siege it. 3 months. Depending on when are they carrying siege weapons? Yeah, that place is. They're also carrying siege weapons.
Wales is
We
basically
slaughtered their army.
Now come back. Go back to it. We should be fine. No,
we
wait,
will
hold
not
on.
have Wales army, guys, but Northumbria, or excuse me, East Anglia is coming up with 3,100 men right now.
Thank you, Blue King.
But Wales has abandoned you.
It's
Indeed.
fine. It's fine.
He sent the madman sent only 4 knights to watch the battle.
5.
We may
Indeed.
we may need
Hey,
to
we
deal
go
with
I
in,
roleplay that,
guys?
goddamn.
Defensive barrier army. Yeah, we're
Don't
defensive.
go in. Do not go in.
Oh,
Too
don't
late.
go in. No, it's not too late.
Let them attrition.
We wait till it's gonna take about 3-2 days. Should
No, we
go in
hold.
now?
We'll let them take it back. We've hurt their
We'll go-
armies, and we're
we'll-
getting reinforcements from East Anglia.
We have the defensive building buff though. Since we have it.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, go.
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 Okay, let's go.
Go.
We're going in. Come on, Northumbria.
I didn't right-click properly. There we go.
Hopefully.
I'm attempting to press the demand, but the Queen doesn't want to surrender.
Don't attempt to demand till we get a swift victory on their army.
Alright, I'm leading the
We have the
battle.
advantage.
Yes. East Anglia also count their 3.
Oh yeah, we do. Good job, guys. We're getting.
We're
it.
slaughtering them.
Yes.
Remember,
go.
when they
Heavy
break,
defense.
bring the cavalry in, cut down every man you can.
I'm fighting this battle myself, brother. It feels good to fight again.
Indeed,
Retreating.
far too long. When this battle is done, let us march forth and siege at the Duchy of Lothian.
Alright.
We must not let them recuperate. How many? Yes, yeah, we captured.
They're
this
retreating.
battle. Have they ever retreated? Should we after the battle?
I would say, depends how many losses we take. I'm going to move forth and begin to siege at their territory. Let's sue for peace again and see if they'll end this war.
Oh, they lost 8,000 men.
They
oh my
did.
god. Go, 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 go,
8,000 to 1,000.
go. Oh my god, we destroyed.
Jesus, that's a slaughter.
God dang.
How bad did we get them?
We
8
killed
to 1.
8,000 of them.
8 to
killed
1.
It was a fucking slaughter.
We lost only 1,000 men. They lost 8,000. They're not gonna be able to
Jesus,
do that.
man.
We gotta press on. Don't let up.
Continue the siege. England,
Yeah,
move
nice.
east. You can siege out the barony of Kelsa.
We won't lure them in again. 64%. Oh,
Sue for peace.
Pause. Oh. Good for us. This fight together was we really wrecked them. Such a decisive victory.
That was fucking decisive.
And
I'd be shocked if in the roleplay they don't do sue for
It was
terms
my
after that.
idea to go since we had the. I saw like.
It
first
was,
that said
brother.
We had defensive buildings.
You have a very
Okay,
able
well,
strategic mind.
Right now we're at 64 war score.
Okay,
We
if
are,
we
yeah.
take this. I'm ready to have siege weapons.
I have only
If you
10.
Come siege with me.
All right, I'll come.
Or should we go attack their armies instead? No, we shouldn't. Don't be greedy. I mean, greedy. Just keep.
Again, I don't understand why, like, out of roleplay, they're not just, like, gonna sue for peace after that.
We killed 8,000.
We killed 8,000.
So many losses.
It was that defensive building. That's why they were trying to bait us into the battle there.
Yeah.
Who paused it? Somebody paused.
D962.
D962. Who is D962?
That
I'm positive since not my fan.
Oh, he's the new player.
Oh,
yeah.
well, I'm
Yeah.
positive.
Barth.
Is someone hot joining? No one's
That was-
hot joining.
How's that, Scythe?
There we go. I turned it back on.
If he pauses again this week, I go talk to him.
Sending an envoy would not be a bad idea to at least gauge the interest of them in discussing terms.
Is East Anglia in here? Okay, good.
Yes.
East Anglia, can you be in the middle of Enjedburg?
And
So,
Jedburg,
yeah, and then where the church area is.
just be
so
prepared
that
to
they
back
don't
up either army if they strike.
Mercia, earlier during the war, you offered me your smart, incredibly intelligent daughter for my...
I could offer my other daughter who was not stupid.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel that would
Oh,
better
yeah.
suit my son's age.
I'm gonna boast nonstop about that battle
I
forever.
forgot I even had that daughter, by the way.
Okay, they're surrendering.
It's over.
I accepted their surrender.
Wonderful.
Good. We have won.
Victory!
Victory.
A good war, gentlemen.
Victory.
An honor to fight alongside you. I would invite you back to my capital for Hwicce, where we will have a great feast. An honor.
London.
And let's post this across the land so everybody knows that the English control Cumberland.
The might of the
Indeed.
English army, indeed.
The might.
Oh, it was so nice looking to see those 8,000 losses on. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. 8,000 troops. Oh, we only lost 1,000. More,
Yes.
The Crusader King.
Duke of Moray?
Crusade.
Before I go back to Moray, I'm here to collect your daughter.
Of course, as promised to your son.
Congratulations on your victory.
Thank
It
you,
was a good fight.
Duke. It was an
you
honor
had
to
us in the
fight the
beginning there.
Scots. Though Cumberland was by right Northumbrian, I hold no anger towards your people. After the border has been more or less secured, I hope that we can learn to live together in peace somewhat.
I hope so as well. An exchange of children was the best for peace and everlasting.
I agree. Take my daughter, Itlogifu. She will make a good wife.
And
To your
you
son.
did great leading that battle. You killed many Scots.
I hope one day, Duke, that we will fight together on the same side again.
I hear that there's a crusade.
I hear as well.
Brother, I do not feel like going on a crusade right now.
I cannot give up the chance for one more great fight for Christendom before my death.
Brother, you are 49. I feel like you still have a lot in you. We still have more plans to.
I've grown old. I've grown far older than many men.
I'm older than you as well, and I.
Duke
have
of Moray,
survived-
are you considering going into the crusade?
I am, actually.
If you were to go together, perhaps our armies could fight as one. As I said, it would be an honor to fight with you before I go to my own grave.
Yeah, I will be building my men up. I didn't lose that. And we will work together in the Holy Land for Christ and the Pope.
Indeed. It will be an honor to serve the Lord.
It would be nice to have one last battle before I focus more in towards land.
Also,
Indeed.
by the way, brother, you should see Alfred, how he is doing, by the way.
What of him?
Just look at his traits.
Jesus Christ. Ambitious, brave, zealous, and charming. My,
Well, the
my,
charming
my
part
son
isn't
is fickle, trusting, and charming.
He's seems that somebody got the better traits.
Yep.
Is he your? Yeah, he's your only son. And
He is
probably
my only
what?
son. He's not going to be a good heir to the Morcar, I'll tell you that.
Well, would he be, kind of willing to kind of work together with Alfred?
He's fickle, so to a degree. They were raised together, so there will be a lot of familial loyalty. I'll have to figure out how I roleplay him based on stuff.
Oh no, my son has died. No.
Alfred?
Not
No,
Alfred.
okay.
Yeah, Elwolf, the one I could share was definitely a disappointment. But no,
Yes.
he got maimed in battle. How do you take pictures again?
F12.
I'm not that kind of picture. I mean, like, I'm able to snap it kind of. Oh, God. Why my son? No, why am I getting a vent to get an intimate relationship with my own daughter, who is the Queen of England?
I wonder how his 1066 or HRERP exec in this world could go. Really crazy.
Please.
Well, I guess she learned it from her new husband,
Oh, yes. Oh, finally, we can. Now, from Cumberland to the Kings of England, correct?
Perhaps?
As I am allied to Wales, and King of England is not.
I think
And
we saw in that
Lancaster.
last war exactly what the friendship of Wales brings.
Yes. Well, they weren't really allied out of our place, so we don't really worry about that. So, they probably would if we were, but I'm also allied to East Anglia, so that'll probably make them remain neutral, like his brothers. And if we kind of still reveal that to Lancaster, Edric, that his wife has been fucking her own brother.
It's already well known. That is something that will not give much value going into the future, I suspect.
Well, no, you see, he will start to hate the king, and he will, of course, be allied with us. And I will
Perhaps.
promise him something else. As he has been loyal to me, and he deserves it. Oh, now you look at you looking thick over there with Cumberland.
It is everything I hoped it would be and more. My vassal there does resent it, but he will learn.
I feel like if he does die, that's probably gonna have to do.
Zodi, we're doing that on
change
Tuesday.
up
Tuesday,
the
we're doing an Iberia
Very
roleplay
nice.
game in our server. If you're
I'm
interested.
just gonna go fight, and then just, when I get the Crusader tree, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna go home now. My niece married to this guy? Who's he married to? That's just my. No, I don't want to put your daughters on my things. Put my stupid one as my benefactor. Imagine if I do get most of the war score in this crusade. Who knew that the death of Malcolm, the suicide of him, is which went well in our favor?
It was very beneficial.
Yes. But that war did come at a cost. My eldest son who got maimed. How long till this crusade goes? 13 months.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, Edwin did make a good recovery. He got the trait Scar, which gives us prestige, and I'm pretty good.
I gotta say, I'm very unhappy with how my son is turning out. He's a
You could always
compassionate
make-
gambler.
You could always make another one.
I would like to agree with you, brother, but I am old, and my wife, she is old as well.
Let me raise your son for the rest of his thing. And hopefully, that it would go in good grace. But Moray, you are great friends with Morcar, am I correct?
Yes, I am. That's why we're going on the crusade together.
Yes. And you would keep anything that was secret between me and Morcar as a secret between us, that's right, correct?
We, after all, united our houses.
Good. Now, how do you feel about King Edgar?
He's a fool.
He's a fool or a pool?
Fool.
He's a pool. I could swim in him all day without him doing anything about it.
To be honest with you, your king's weak, and he only relies on your shoulder.
He's a very weak man who relies upon me and my brother, and he had the balls to steal half of my brother's territory.
I did hear that.
Though I must say, my brother did allow him to do it.
For a better alliance with Lancaster, possibly.
Doubtful.
Do you think he will uphold that alliance?
Hopefully, I could. Well, his wife is fucking the king, so I could probably use it to my advantage.
I believe those rumors.
I believe it. I seen the way she looks at him.
I never liked her when she comes to Scotland. I don't know why we allow her across the border.
Well, anyways, here's our true ambitions. For one of us to be the king of England. And you would aid my brother in that.
Oh, yeah, baby.
End of our,
Of course
correct?
I would.
What do you think of your own queen, Catriona? What do you think of your queen, Catriona?
That's a good question. I want to believe in her, but she is very, very much like her father.
A partier?
No, she does stick around more often, but she is very unwilling to listen to counsel. I explained to her multiple times alliances she should make and people she should speak to, and well, we no longer have Cumberland.
Yes, indeed.
And that was my test for her.
What are you
and she
doing?
failed.
What do you? Yeah, it's my that's my keyboard. Yeah.
Me and my brother die, that we could probably become king of England. Right?
What are you doing?
Brother.
Sorry, there's a cat on my keyboard right now. Yeah, what you doing?
Why is your cat interfering with our politics?
The cat's just vibing, man.
But
man, the crazy king of Wales.
Yeah, he's oh my.
That roleplay is so fun though.
What is he wearing?
What is he wearing?
Oh
my God! What?
Oh my.
What is that man up to?
What is he wearing?
Yeah, you got hacked. That was
wait for
only significant damage done to my ego. I had to call the bank to get a new camera card after no damage is done. The hacker has been reported for threats and hacking. Jesus, man, that's horrible, baby.
Oh no.
Glad you got it figured out though. Goddamn.
Oh, yeah. But you would support me and my brother claimed at the throne, right?
Oh yes.
Of course.
And in return, we could possibly support whoever you want to be on the throne of Scotland.
That is a good question.
Out of roleplay, how much of a reason do you need to go to war with your rule set? Because I read through it, I wasn't sure. Because I made a claim on Ulster because I want to go after Ireland like the Welsh did.
That's a good question.
Like, how deeply do I have to roleplay wars? I mean, during this time period, it was fought over really just anything. So I mean,
I don't think we should probably fight Ulster right now. I think we should probably build up our forces and be ready for England.
I mean, mine are very strong.
Yes. Let's see, what happens if I go to war with him right now? He has 6,000 troops with my allies. I have about 13,000.
He has the God ones on his side.
Well, I do have an alliance with the East Anglia, which is a God one.
Brother, I do have a claim upon Ulster. It would be a good idea, good time for me to expand my domains.
No, we don't want. On what?
On Ulster.
You have a claim on Ulster.
I do.
I feel like us expanding England right now is not the best we need to build up.
That is exactly how we build up. Brother, you have already lost half of your army. One of us will need an army for the coming battle to place you or your son on the throne.
Hello, the Duke of Morcar, is he here? The Duke Morcar, is he here?
Yes.
You are speaking to him. What can I do for you?
Hello, the mighty Duke Morcar of Northumberland. I wish to speak with you on a diplomatic matter about the potential for a marriage to be arranged between my daughter and,
Remind me, great lord, who are you?
I'm the Duke of the Northern Isles.
Ah, the Northern Isles.
And you smashed.
Yes.
Okay.
I see. Your house is one of great standing. And I suppose I would be open to such a thing, as you are not a Norseman yourself. Which,
Not anymore.
Indeed. And that is what matters. It would be your daughter to whom exactly?
To, your son, the little Morcar. Morcar the Second.
That would be... Hold on, let me... One second, my cat is on my keyboard.
He seems like a compassionate and good man. I believe he'll treat my daughter well.
I know! I apologize. I had to put the cat down. Not literally, but you know what I mean. Yes, it would be agreeable for my son to marry your daughter. She seems of good stock, and I would not be opposed to this.
I shall send the marriage offer now.
Duke of Moray, is this man one that you hold in good company?
I'll have to think on that.
I like how we just had a war with him. Now we're just like kind of chilling together.
It's a crusade. We must put aside.
You all pledge, are you all taking up the cross? Are you all headed off?
Out of roleplay, I want to become the King of Scotland long term, and I want my brother on the King of England, so I need to start making alliances with the Scottish
Why is
dukes.
Seljuk so tier now? They used to be green.
Wait, out of character for a second. They actually used to. I think in CK2 they were green. I played a lot of CK2. I haven't played that much CK3.
They were green before before.
Maybe it was the Iberia update.
Yeah, it was because of that. Now they're blue.
Are any of you guys in the Iberian game, by the way?
I don't get the time for it. I work during it, so no.
Oh. But, yeah, Duke Morcar, I wish to speak with you in another matter.
Of course. What can I help you with?
It's something that has to do with more diplomacy rather than the arrangement of the marriage itself.
Indeed.
Would you like to hop in like a diplomacy channel so we can talk about this?
I would speak plainly with all here, as I trust them as friends.
Okay, that's true.
I'll be going
Would
to be Jacoby.
Would you like to form an alliance because of this marriage?
I would need to think on such a thing. I think binding our dynasties together, as your daughter is of good stock, but if you would allow me perhaps a day to think on that or so.
Of course. I'll be traveling back to my home in Scotland. I bid you farewell.
You as well.
Yeah.
Duke of Moray, I would like your thoughts on this man.
I don't trust him. I don't like him. I wanted him to be removed. He's an opportunist.
Indeed.
He'll betray the Queen. He'll betray me. He'll betray Scotland. He's not Scot.
Could he not be useful to reach the end objective, and then we could be the ones to betray him?
I think we could.
I see no issue using him as long as he thinks that he does it towards us.
Then I mean, if your son has sons, then that's all that matters.
He is coming of age soon, and he will... Oh my god, she is 1 year old. I didn't realize that.
Oh, I thought it's...
He won't be able to have
right.
kids with 13 years. That's not an option.
No, you need to secure your line.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go talk to him about that.
War has cost us too much.
It has indeed.
Indeed.
Duke Erling.
Hello?
Out of roleplay, I did not realize that your daughter was only 1 year old.
Yes, sure. You like them nice and early, huh?
That will be a problem considering my son will not be able to have kids for 13 years, so. We are going to have to break the betrothal.
I mean, come on.
I will
Really?
I need to secure my line. My son's line.
That is fair.
I cannot,
come back
he is
to
my
you
only
when I
son,
have a
so.
I'll come back to you when I have a suitable suitable male.
Very well. I would be happy to marry one of my daughters.
It's a shame this wasn't able to work out at the moment.
It is. I
Pity for
hold
both.
your family in great regard, but you understand I must secure the lineage of my
And
male line.
yours, yeah. That's perfectly understandable. Perfectly understandable.
Thank you for understanding, Duke Erling. Yeah, I'm not waiting 13 years to have fucking grandkids. not with my heir. So yeah, we'll do that. Probably gonna piss him off, but it's fine. If you just give me some time to think it over, sure, you have 8 seconds, but you really have to go somewhere, huh? Yeah. Yeah, fuck that. I'm just waiting for this crusade. I'm gonna lead my men directly into that as soon as it happens. Crusade it is. Interesting. Hybrid cultures. We shall sail for the Holy Land. I do need to find a fitting wife for my son, though. She would make a good daughter. Though I suspect we have spurred Margaret far too much for that at this point. Hello. My men sail for the Holy Land.
We will meet you there.
Oh god.
It's interesting that Scotland is actually more united than England in this game. Yeah, they really are. It's pretty wild.
Alfred, he came of age.
It's a really the politics of this game are so interesting.
From fighting this battle, though, it's a really big chance for me to die in this kind of thing. So no, we're gonna fight. Okay.
Brother, I will be honest. I do not expect to come back from this war. God willing.
You better come back. I need you.
To die a martyr for the Christian faith is an honor any man should ask for.
Our plans together.
And my son will be able to carry them on. But if it is the Lord's will that I should die fighting the heathen, I am but a humble servant to our Lord.
As your older brother and leader of this family, I order you to not die in this crusade. Live and take as many hits.
I will do my best. But always my truest liege is the Lord himself.
Indeed.
The Pope has some really big armies. Holy shit.
That's how the Pope be. But do we outnumber fat men? We do, but knowing the Pope, we're not probably gonna be sticking together. Well, the man has got defeated. Killed along with King Wales. Brother Phibos, we should probably be together in the ocean. Probably try to decide where we want to be.
I'm heading straight for Cairo.
You going
Cairo?
for Cairo?
Straight for Cairo.
Straight to capital. Okay, I'll be with you. Okay, come on. I'm in my army straight to Cairo, their capital.
Indeed.
Hopefully they'll be.
Gotta follow Falbe Fucks. Falbe. Fabalbi Fucks.
Oh boy, their armies are
That one
marching
made me
south.
struggle.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
no.
coming right for Cairo.
There, yeah. I think we're gonna
All
stay
right,
in the
we'll
ocean
land in
there,
the
but
north
it's
then.
here. Where's my army?
Let's land near Tripoli.
Should we land, or should we just wait till where everyone else is, see where they are?
They're all in Tripoli,
Where is Tripoli?
north.
Okay. How do you why can I spell fucking daughter? Can you spell daughter real quick?
Daugher. There's a. I don't know. You put me on the spot.
Okay. Okay, they were spelled correctly.
Play the music, let's fucking do it.
Also, brother.
We are preparing to land on the beaches. There's a great battle to the north.
Where's my army? It's so far behind. I don't want my son to fight. He's brave and he probably won't die.
Forward! Men of Northumbria!
Holy shit! Maybe saved.
Nope, I got too late. I'm getting
Oh,
murdered.
no. Yep. Nobody's coming.
I'm gonna retreat to the south.
Yeah. That's the worst thing with
Queen
Crusades.
died.
The Queen?
The Queen of Scotland has died.
Okay,
She died in battle. Oh, I got cut off by their army.
That's broke by a 4-year-old. Brother, do not die on me, you fucker. I order you.
We will hold for the Lord.
You do not die. God.
All right. I'm gonna leave the VC and roleplay that in the battle and in the slaughter, we managed to basically just we got lost in the dead bodies. I'm gonna roleplay that he's gone missing. Because our whole army just got slaughtered there, by the way. In a great ambush. In a great ambush. Duke Morcar of Northumbria and his men were slaughtered. The whereabouts of the Duke is unknown. Many suspect he has fallen. I'm at Tinnet, a cabinet bordering the Kingdom of Scotland. We're back in Scotland now. Yeah, we lost almost every one of our name. 9 of us got away. There were 9 survivors. We are number 1 in contribution though, because our army got fucking slaughtered. Man, Yeah, we got literally our whole army slaughtered. That is insane. Running out of post right now. For several days, the English Duke rode into the desert. At first, there were 9. As the days went on, many were lost to the desert or fell to thirst. Morcar rode on, realizing in a haste that he was now alone. So currently, we're just lost in the deserts of the Holy Land. No, everyone thinks we're dead, most likely. Our army has probably been found absolutely fucking slaughtered. But we are alive. For now. How's it going, Eggman? Let's see, where's my brother? He's in the south.
I'm visiting
Brother!
Brother, is that you?
I have found your camp at last.
What?
I have ridden through the desert now for weeks. Several days past, I met some of our own locked in battle. They told me that you were sieging to the south. My men, they are all dead. None lives.
Did you get the good? Did you gain? You not get a Crusader trait for that? How did you get a Crusader
I
trait?
lost. My whole army got slaughtered, and I didn't get it.
How do you?
No idea.
Get it? Oh. Hey, at least I gave your son.
My son is coming of age, and he's gonna bring me in.
And he's a drunkard. Look at him. Oh my god, those stats.
Yeah.
Oh wait, wait, hold on, brother. What's our new dynasty legacy?
Battle.
Huh?
We are men of war, are we not?
Yes, General Deliverance. I am now Gallant.
Happy Canada to you too. Hell yeah.
Did I get defeated while I wasn't looking?
I don't think so.
I got defeated while I wasn't looking. Damn it. I lost all my troops.
He
At least my
slaughtered
son
us
didn't die.
yet again.
I wasn't looking, and I was like, "Oh, hey, look, your son came of age. Oh, what's her name?" But oh wait, hold on, my armies got wiped. Is that the papacy over there? Okay, they're gathering. Okay, hold on. Okay, be right back.
Yeah, CK3 is a great game, for, especially for roleplay.
Civic trait.
Yes, there is. It is very fun for roleplay.
Holy crap, we're winning.
Nope, no mods, Zodi. Yeah, it's impassable terrain, so it's owned by no one, and you can't move through it. It's kind of an interesting feature in the game. Our army is on its way. Our son is bringing him into the Holy Land. Morcar of Northumbria. How to make it my marshal. He needs to learn. I think it's supposed to represent that, like, in this time period, it wasn't inhabited really, except for like probably Berbers and stuff, I would assume.
Are we winning in the crusade? Oh, it's
barely.
80% of the battles, 97% of the battles we have lost,
and yet we are winning. No, Madron has been slain. Well, not slain. Get that old age. How did Madron get the Crusader trait? And why is Gwen? No, they're not independent section of the war. Never mind.
He did lose his eye, so I'm gonna change this.
Okay, brother, you're not die. Good. Over to my son.
That'll fit better.
But good news, I did capture a lot of his daughters. Oh, yep. Mark, are you still here?
I am.
Okay, good.
My
So, whatever
senses are not what they used to be. Right, I think I hit my head quite badly in that battle.
No. Oh my lord.
I'm just so tired all the time.
I have to say, your son, he is not his.
He must lead our men now. I am not able.
Me? Or him? Also, I would like to say that both of our eldest daughters are married to king or queens. Out of character real quick. Like your first daughter, she's married to the King of Wales, and my first daughter married to the King of England. It was quite something. Are you there?
I am.
Why are you not
I'm
responding?
just so tired. Gonna be role-playing blunt head trauma, just heads up.
I know you are. I see the band in your head. I just went out of character for a moment because I just want to appreciate that both of our daughters are queens in kingdoms.
I don't know why I don't have the Crusader trait yet.
I'll
Hope
offer it
refuses
to
recognize
Margaret.
me.
I don't either, but for some reason,
Beautiful
Wadron
Jin
was a
Prusiana.
Crusader. And he was an adulterer. Very weird. It looks like we won that crusade, since people were actually, like, group out.
The army's coming south.
Man, my legs are tired.
She said no. That's a shame. We need someone for our son.
Gonna be honest with you, I don't think the crusade was worth it.
It never is.
It's not worth it unless you're not the ranked first benefactor.
It's after Roman Empire Igma. Well, kind of. I mean, like, Byzantium's still around, but they're a shell. Good. All right. My son has a wife.
Look at Alfred, my boy.
It's time for my son to read the first battle.
I'm gonna go to Wessex.
It is very hard, but it is doable. They surrendered. A ransom. A great deal of money, to be honest. It's more confusing in some ways, but it does become pretty manageable, I think. It looks a lot more intimidating than it actually is how I would describe it. Yeah, agreed, Teddy. It just looks intimidating, to be honest. EU4 is very hard to learn. I will not sugarcoat that. It is very, very hard to learn. Another fortress taken by our son? Good. While teaching him the ways of war in the Holy Lands. Yeah, it is very hard to learn. Yeah, he's trying to steal my sieges. I'm not doing that. He's trying to get more. That's so scummy what he's doing. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Oh, power's flickered. Oh, fuck me. Aha! We got Crusader! Hold! We command the armies of the Lord!
Duke Morcar, I'm glad my forces were able to arrive in time.
Indeed, we are routing them! A great victory for the Lord!
Father always spoke highly of your martial talents. It was good to see they were not exaggerating.
Indeed, it was an honor to fight alongside you.
I've returned to avenge my father and the men of Shrewsbury who came before. I will go hold the paths to the south again and alert us of any more movements from that direction.
A man redeemed?
Trying to come to Jerusalem to escape the Crusader troops. Trying to make like I also helped in this. I did take Cairo though.
Yes, you did. I was there.
And after that, I got my ass kicked.
I commanded a great battle against the heathen.
Yes.
I've been raiding down the Nile.
My troops, why are my ships so slow? How's my health looking? Oh, fine. Oh, good. Fine. Fine.
What's up, Jay? How's it going? Oh man, there is lightning real close, boys.
I didn't want my son to find battles much because I'm a bit too worried of him dying. Because I don't like my other daughters, you know, being the heirs.
10 miles.
One's the Queen of England. Because I have named her children, and one's the stupid one. A lot of options.
Mechanic-wise, I just want to make sure I have this right. I selected a beneficiary. I can select not to play him, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Will you go first?
I'm about to.
Oh, wow.
We did become a great crusader, a warrior of the faith. I did get crusader, by the way.
Yes, we did. So did I, because I went to the de jure in Jerusalem. So
Wonderful.
So did my son, who's zealous. So that's probably that suits him.
I still have not, but it doesn't
My
matter. I was here. That's all that matters.
Oh, his son really, he's got a strong son. Oh, fucking hell. We did not get lucky.
If he dies, I don't know, I'll be very, very sad and mad. Who died?
Oh, he did get crusader. My son got it as well.
We did it.
A great victory.
They beat me too.
Hey, you know your heir is now in the Holy Land, right, Bercia?
I will get rid of that land when I do.
Oh, my niece got Karak. Oh, my niece actually got Karak. Oh my gosh.
My sister, my virgin sister, is now in charge of Jerusalem.
Oh, my son is now the Duke of Udon.
Why is my son all the way over in Gaza? Gosh dang. Who made him a benefactory?
I disinherited my son, so he's good.
Northumbria? What did you do?
Hmm?
Who did you leave as your benefactor?
My niece. She is a very slow lass.
Then why is my son in Gaza?
Oh, did you select a beneficiary?
I select a girl as my beneficiary, not my son.
Time for me to go back to Scotland and figure out that my queen is dead.
Why are two of my children, even the stupid one, she's a duchess of that word. Okay, weird things happening. Okay, yeah,
Oh, your son's not a lord. Or is he?
He's a count. He's an earl.
Oh, yeah.
I want to invite him back to here, but I can't.
He just went with your daughter, is what it looks like.
Oh no. Oh no. Ow.
Brother, are you ready to press my claim upon Ulster?
Ulster? I mean Ulster. You can if you want.
Will you fight alongside me?
I will try. I don't like have my son with me. I'm very sad he's all in Jerusalem. Hopefully I can get him back when I die. Then I can rid the other land. So many things have been happening, okay?
We ride?
Now I gotta worry about my son. Like,
Man, that lightning is fucking intense.
Look at him.
Jesus. Your son is absolutely ridiculous.
I know.
I'm jealous. As a father,
yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Like,
but
my
he's
God.
all the way in fucking Gaza.
Ambitious, brave, zealous,
He'll
skilled
come back.
tactician, reckless,
Hopefully.
crusader
They
strong.
always
That's our
do.
cousin,
The
or
good
our
ones
nephew.
always do.
I'll be dead when he comes back. Oh, game is freezing. Oh no. Game. Did you go with Ulster?
I did.
There we go. Okay, game, do not crash on me, please. Oh, thank God. Are you at war? Yes, you're at war. Why don't you fucking call me in? Okay, game is not acting like a very nice one. Brother, I'm having technical difficulties. I cannot right-click or move.
That is
Hold
a
on.
problem.
That is a very big problem. Hold on, I need to fix everything. I can't press escape now. Escape. Why are you not doing this? Brother, I'm trying to help you. I just...
My men have it in hand. Worry not.
I know. But my game, I think, kind of went wrong. I can't move. Okay, what?
Am I still live?
When does this get in, by the way?
That was fucking close. Oh, fuck.
That I'm not sure.
Oh, my light just got brighter. I don't like that. Am I still online?
Okay, fix it. It's
Man, that
all
lightning
fixed
hit
now.
fucking close, man.
You know, I'm probably not gonna get that much help, but I'm...
Woo!
Oh, yeah, I see.
That shook the whole fucking building. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that shook the whole fucking house.
I literally made over 1,000 gold ducats by all the captains I made.
Yeah, too bad my captor's his father is very deeply in debt with gold. I did have a Welsh person to become the queen. You can't pronounce that word.
If I get hit by a lightning strike, I better get some fucking superpowers. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna be pissed if I don't.
Back to Scotland I go. It was great fighting with you.
It was an honor fighting with you, Duke.
Goodbye.
I hope we meet again before we both go to the Lord.
Let's do it.
Okay, brother, seems I may go before you. My health is poor.
Yeah, a lot of folks got... Jesus Christ, man.
Also, brother, when I do
It
die,
did,
I
Zodi. It literally did. Like that light and one of the other ones, I think back there, it went off, and now this one right there, it's brighter now. And I don't like that.
Oh, Mark.
It's literally fucking brighter than it was before.
That's interesting. She's betrothed to cousin. His cousin.
The walls are almost broken.
Also, by the way, brother, could you vote for me? Just in case we get that luck with the election.
Or king?
I'm at 3. How much vote do you have?
Hey guys.
Hello, who dat?
No, it's it's OOC. It's Frankus as co-host. I'm trying to locate the reason why England is attacking Ireland and Ulster.
We spoke with the Welsh about this before. We talked about dividing the lands of Ireland together. He went for the southern regions, and he suggested that there was great wealth in Ireland, and he promised his aid with us to go after also the valuable Irish lands.
And plus, he does have a claim on Ulster.
Northumbria has a claim on Ulster.
Yes.
Indeed.
I do not know how.
Because I talked with the Welsh player. We talked about dividing up Ireland together. So I fabricated a claim on it.
Literally, he has an unpressed claim on Ulster. He literally has a claim.
Okay. Okay.
Is that good?
Well, I mean, I haven't read any of this, but
it was NBC discussions. I mean, I could write it out if you want, but I mean, you can go you can go talk to Wales. I mean, we had that conversation.
I would appreciate it just because, like, it would help the confusion. Like, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, okay, there's probably a reason, but I don't know it. So
yeah,
I have to go and ask.
No, I understand.
So if it's written, then I just go, okay, they've just had that conversation.
I mean, I can back down if you want, but like again, it was an NBC conversation. I mean, isn't the Welsh player the server owner? So I mean, he knows about it. So
yeah, I'm gonna go talk with him too.
Sounds good.
Don't worry. Yeah. But I would appreciate if it was written down.
I can do that in the future.
War,
Sure.
please, end the war. I'm tired of this.
So I'm gonna go talk to Wales too.
Sounds good.
Just to make sure. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
I read for the rule set. I thought that kind of stuff was fine. I'm happy to release it if not.
Where's Magnus?
Where is he?
I think he's the one who left.
He's in London Council.
Oh, he's in. Okay, yeah.
Okay, brother, have alliance with Lancaster, and if you do see, his mother is not Margaret.
I can't
So
see that.
He's not.
How is it that so much of land has gone to Wessex?
What do you mean? Oh, well, never seen these things.
Oh.
Just never been. I have inheritance. Very weird inheritance. They're probably gonna fix that after the save game. Because this is weird. Why is people just leaving? There was only one person who DC'd. Stop. Okay. Why is everyone leaving? Stop leaving.
These things? Are we ending? I mean, it has been 3 hours.
Only one person had DC, and now people are leaving for some reason. By Wilder? Who's Wilder? Also, by the way, if I do scheme against to get the claim, that would be a press claim, correct?
Or what?
The Kingdom of England.
I think so.
Because I'm wondering.
You can. I mean, you can claim title, I believe. Oh, what's up?
Why are we all being dropped here?
Let's just hang tight for a second. Let's find out what's going on from
what happened?
Francis.
Again, people, only one person distinct. Why'd you all have to leave?
Yeah, and why are we all being dumped in the CK3 start room without any explanation?
Maybe we're
Are
just
we
ending. It's
ending
11:30.
it for today?
We're close to the end of the session anyway.
Gotta do
What we
a
want.
and it gets pulled into another chat.
Second time, yeah, at the end of the session.
I guess we're ending.
No,
Yeah, no, we
both
were
sessions,
just-
I've tried to make an alliance with Fan at the end of the session. I get pulled in before I could finish.
Coincidence?
I think not. I think the King of England is scared of our alliance.
He's just scared of everything right now.
Yeah, his
So let's
Margaret is dead. The wicked bitch is dead. Good.
Fucking finally.
Yeah, I almost had my
Jesus.
fucking plans.
Yo, if we could continue for 3 more months so I can get gallant, so my prowess looks nice above 40, that'd be great.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's just put everything aside for his gallantry.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I need this. I've lost 11 prowess due to old age.
Guys, before this, can we actually confirm why we've all just been dragged in here? Because there wasn't any message or anything.
I think desync some of
We're
us.
ending the game.
Yeah, we're ending.
We just
this
ended,
session.
yeah.
That's done.
Yeah,
All right.
we're gonna end it now because we're having some technical issues going on. Francis, I'm trying to get a hold of.
Yeah.
But something happened here.
Okay, so basically, I think
What I think what happened is one player crashed and everyone saw leave game or continue without player, and some people decided just to leave.
Again, I
Unless
don't
some
get
people
why
crashed.
people, when they see one person, they say like, "Oh, I guess we're all leaving now."
Well, I thought it was not a
I
sync
think
thing.
because it looked different from when it usually ends. So
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
for me, yeah. So I thought that the game ended.
I just joined back in, so if we're still going, that's up to you.
I'm
That'd be
happy.
great.
Yeah, I'm
I
on
had
it.
like a
We're ending.
I had like a
alright.
full-on RP thing I was about to do with Scotland. I guess I'll have to speak to Fan about it.
For Scotland.
You were gonna do a thing with me when you fucking stole the
Alright.
Isles. Kill yourself.
It's over, so we're gonna end here.
Anybody.
We're gonna end here then. I'm gonna go shoot LMG raid. He's playing some EU4, which looks like fun. We'll go raid him. I think he's doing some Byzantium, so we'll go raid him. I'll be back tomorrow with some the last session of the Grand Roleplay campaign. Probably, period. I think we are gonna probably end the Grand Roleplay campaign for server reasons. There's been a lot of shit that's gone bad with it, and like I said, I'm probably gonna start rolling back the amount of games I'm organizing. I have got so sick and tired of the multiplayer shit. So we're gonna really be kind of focusing in on the games we do. I'm gonna start doing less of them. I'm at the point I'm just mentally not willing to put in the bullshit stress levels required to host these fucking games with people. So yeah, but we'll see. After that, I'll probably play some Old World Blues, and then on Sunday we are gonna continue the EU4 roleplay. So yeah, I know something weird's going on. You're right, Zodi. All right, guys, have a good night.